Hey, welcome everyone. This is Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan on a Friday evening, at least for me, July 23rd at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So thanks to everyone who's here live, and Vegan Metalhead, one of our longtime viewers, happy birthday today, brother. Mine's like in a week or so. So yeah, fellow, I guess I assume you're still Leo. You're an early Leo there. Happy birthday to you there. And I see Tracy, our moderator. Thanks, Tracy. Stay as long as you can. If you got stuff to do, business stuff, I understand. But yeah, you're always welcome here to moderate. Makes my life a little easier, but I feel no pressure. I can moderate as well. So welcome to everyone joining. Now let's see who else is here. I just saw your names pop out earlier. If you're watching now, hello. If you're watching later on, that's fine too. If you get the links for these live streams, you can always click it later. I take them down from our homepage. It's technically called unlisted, which means it's still up, but it's not on our homepage. So you can always watch these later on after the fact if you desire. But the real fun is when we're all here chilling together. So welcome and thank you. So let's see who's here. Hey, all the regulars I see are here today. Let me scroll around and see everyone else. Yeah, gosh, everyone's here. Yeah, thanks everyone for joining. Yeah, but it's kind of a big week for us in the sense that we put out three videos, four if you count this one. So 4 videos in 4 days in a row from us here at Happy Healthy Vegan. Probably a new record for us, at least for 2021. We've been kind of slow if you haven't recalled our kind of slowed down output lately. But let's see. So let's see if you guys have any questions. I don't have any big announcements other than our t-shirts are still kind of on back order. We have a bunch of these still. If you guys want to get a muscle tee, show off your summer bod or winter bod if you're down under. Yeah, we have a lot of the muscle tees left, but yeah, everything else we're pretty much out of right now. Just a few of the black shirts in a few sizes. Tie-dyes, I think they're all gone. Maybe like one size left of something. I forgot. But anyway, I was on the phone with the t-shirt company today, and I'm going to try again Monday. I said that last week, but we're going to try again Monday because they said new stock is coming in for the tie-dyes over the weekend. So anyway, SC2BR, thank you so much for this first super chat of the evening. Hopefully not the last. That's not Jamid, is it? But anyway, thanks so much there, SC2BR. I don't remember you before. Are you new to the live streams, SC2BR? And Laura Mosley. I know you, Laura Mosley. Thank you so much for your always generous live streams donations here, the super chat tips. Let's see. Hey guys, watching opening Olympics, the ceremonies. Wonder how many of the participants are vegan. I don't know how many, but I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to take a guess that this year there's more vegan athletes right now in this Olympics than at any other. I'm just going out on a limb, and I'm pretty darn sure I'm right. If I would bet anyone, that's true, because I'm just playing the odds, right? There's more vegans now in general, and a lot of athletes have been tuned in to all the many benefits that you can get if you go vegan. They're not all slam dunks, but yeah, there's a lot of me as a 53, almost 54-year-old person who's quite athletic. I can speak firsthand about all the amazing things that have been working out for me since I've gone vegan, like injuries healing quicker, recovery times faster, you can train more, so I think the word's getting out there is what I'm saying. So I think you're going to see more vegan athletes, plant-based athletes at the very least. They might have the ethics behind it, but they're eating, plants, and they're getting results. So cool, yeah. I saw that started today, the opening ceremonies. Have they actually done any events yet, or is it just the opening ceremonies? Let's see. Questions. Yeah, a lot of questions there. What's that, Peter? Unfortunately, if you're down under in Australia, completely. Yeah, they're on a lockdown. Is it in all of Australia? I saw Sydney started one like a week or two ago. I don't know if it's like also in like Melbourne and Perth and everywhere. Is it the Gold Coast, or is it just Sydney? Let me know if anyone knows, or if you're in Australia. Let me share with me what's going on. I want to mention too, if I don't see your comment, fear not, you can ask it again. Just don't like spam it. Just copy and paste it. Wait a minute or two. Or I'll probably get around to seeing it. And if you really want it to want me to see it, you can always leave a super chat tip too. That just makes it, you see what they look like. They're bright and flashy and all that stuff. So anyway, just letting you know, don't take it personally. I'm gonna try my best though. Okay, oh, that's you there, Jamit, right? Melbourne is also in lockdown. Okay. Well, best wishes to everyone out there in Australia and everywhere else for that matter. I mean, yeah, it's like we're in a whole new phase with the pandemic now. Not every nation has access to vaccines, and even nations with access to vaccines, a lot of people aren't into them. So anyway, yeah, we're in a whole new phase now. Hey, Uncle Walt, how is it going there, Uncle Walt? Missed you last Friday, Uncle Walt. It wasn't quite the same without Uncle Walt being here. No pressure, Uncle Walt, but good to see you. And that really is Angie's Uncle Walt there, in case you weren't sure. And we still haven't hung out with Uncle Walt yet. You know, life's just been kind of busy for us for the past few weeks. Let's see, Shoe Vegan. I see something here about my age and K-pop. Ryan, you are a great guitar player. You could be a 53-year-old K-pop star if you dance too. Well, I'm not Korean for one. I'm Chinese, but I guess I could like maybe sneak in. I could say I'm half or something like that if they don't do the fact checking. But I'm a horrible dancer, but you know that what you're joking. I know you're just joking there. I just discovered like the biggest K-pop stars. So what you're describing there, they're like a bunch of people. They're very overproduced. They're polished. They have crazy, beautiful hair. They dance, choreograph. Those are the big ones. It's like here in the United States when you have like the Ariana Grande shows, stuff like that. And then there's the indie bands in Korea. I've been discovering a lot of them lately because Apple Music has been suggesting them to me. Bands that are like our level. They produce in a bedroom, they don't dance. They have no choreographers or even probably a real record label kind of like us, So there's a lot of cool music I've been discovering that almost anyone here has never heard of just because you have to go down some weird rabbit holes to find these kind of like, it's called like a Korean indie or something like that, K-pop indie or something like that. If anyone's curious, look up a label called Cozy Pop with a K and you'll see kind of what I'm talking about. Anyway, what's going on? Oh, you were in Colorado last week, Uncle Walt. Well, cool. That sounds like a fun trip. Hey, Sarah, fellow Cocteau Twins fan here. I haven't jammed any Cocteau Twins for a while, either on my guitar or like just listen. I got my turntable hooked back up again, so it was kind of down for a little bit. So I found. Well, I did play some vinyl for Love's Easy Tears the other week, and I was trying to see if it sounded any better than the digital copies I have. I wasn't sure. Maybe my vinyl's kind of worn out, from many years of abuse. Jam it. What is that? North Macedonia was renamed last night. Share that with me. I did not see that in my news feeds today. And I thank you for the super chat tip there once again, Jamin. I think did Peter just say something? Yeah. Peter, replying to my video. Did you guys see the video I made? Not yesterday. Yesterday was Angie's vlog of all the meals we ate in home one day. But the day before, that would be Wednesday. I'm good at math. The vlog I made responding to Peter. Peter, I gave him a shout out, I think at the beginning, for letting me know about this family, extended family, a pretty young couple too. They look pretty young, having 6 children. And there was like a mix of twins or triplets or something like that. Pretty wild stuff. Anyway, what are you saying about them, Peter? I understand why Life with Beans could not have just asked their school to make vegan cakes and make so many you make so many vegan cakes. It's ridiculous. Just excuses. Yeah, and the whole thing is, forget the children. Like I said, if you want, just go with me here. Like the children, probably not vegan. They're probably too young to make that decision on their own. They're probably just going along with the mom was doing, which is fine. I'm not bagging them. But what I'm getting to is, okay, say the kids couldn't be vegan or didn't want to be vegan. Let's just go with this line of reasoning. How does that make the mom not be vegan? It's crazy. Like, oh, why'd you stop being vegan? Oh, because, my kids went to school and there's vegan there's birthdays and not all the families are vegan, so they bring non-vegan cakes. My kids feel really bummed that they couldn't celebrate, so I can't be vegan anymore. Do you see how there's like something missing in between? But the non-vegan cake at school, and therefore I can't go vegan, the mom. So I just don't understand that excuse. It makes zero sense. It's like saying, I can't be vegan because my grandpa can't be vegan. You know what I mean? It's irrelevant, Anyway, let's get back to it. Let's see what's going on here, Jamit. North Macedonia came in under, I don't know what that is, which means they were probably originally Greek Macedonia, changed the name to North Macedonia. Oh, okay. You're talking about the Olympics there. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense if they want to get like their best name for their country. Yeah. Ryan, did I get the vaccine? Oh yeah, we got the Moderna, both shots of it back in like March or April, something like that. Yeah, totally, 100%. Me and Angie, yeah, we're fully vaccinated and proud of it. And just for your information, I followed a bunch of medical doctors, mainly vegan ones, on Twitter. I've started following epidemiologists, virologists. They're not vegan, just to read the science and the studies coming out, rather than just kind of listening to like my woke friend from high school on Facebook who thinks he understands all the secrets and all that stuff. No, I was following actual, like I do here on Happy Holiday Vegan. I'm trying to understand something about like nutrition information instead of listening to some guy make some stuff up about, ooh, cooked food is addicting. If you only eat raw food, you're gonna never get sick. Instead of listening to some make-believe, stuff like that, I was following the best science that we had at the time and still have to make my decisions. Tested on animals. So every drug is tested on animals. Everything to get FDA approval has to go through a trial. Do you? I was wondering, Oral, do you ever eat? Have you ever had, say, Just Egg or Impossible Burgers? Yes, ask me. I'll indulge you a little further, Oral, but ask me if you ever had Impossible Burgers or Just Egg. Just asking. Yeah, I know, me too, Uncle Walt. Totally. Andrea, good question there. Okay, back to Oral. Well, I'm not sure if you knew that the FDA required that Impossible Burger got their burgers tested on animals because it contained a novel ingredient. It was their plant-based heme iron. And also, Just Egg, they were required as well to test their product on animals because the FDA said, we don't know too much about mung beans, which is crazy. It's like a staple in Southeast Asia. So anyway, if you had Impossible Burgers and Just Egg, as you said, then those products have been tested on animals. And I must say, every drug that you get, at the pharmacy or just buy some cough medicine or whatever, go to the dentist, they put a little painkiller on you. The only drug I know of that was never tested on animals was aspirin. If you ever had ibuprofen, acetaminophen, all that stuff, it's been tested. So if you just go to the definition of the site that has the definition of vegan, the Vegan Society, they emphasize that as far as practicable and possible. Yes, how can you get through life never having anything that went through FDA trials and involved some testing? So it's just an unfortunate fact of life. I'm not trying to justify it, but it's just how it works. So if you think you can live life without any drug, pharmaceutical, no Impossible Burgers or Just Egg, have at it. Elon Musk testing on animals because he isn't making. Here's the thing: you don't understand how marketing works. The billionaires say one thing: "Oh, we're testing this thing to make life better for people with some rare brain disorder." Do you think Elon Musk wants to invest billions of dollars into helping sick people? If you do, I'll sell you a bridge. We all know what it's about. It's about billionaires trying to increase their lifespans, increase the capabilities of their brains, and they'll say, "Oh, and it also helps a few sick old people with some brain disorder." That's the marketing pitch to make it sound like, oh, I'm making the world a better place, as they always say in like presentations. He's not doing it out of altruism, for his goodwill. He's a sociopath, or at least a narcissist. So no, it is just to have a way to try to interface the human brain with a supercomputer and make himself the smartest man in the world or something like that. So anyway, enough of that. It's completely different. Hey, Laura, thanks again for your second or third super chat tip. Here in Houston, Texas, you're having lots of breakthrough positives that were fully vaccinated. That's kind of scary. I've been hearing about that, but once I'm looking at the data, the actual numbers, at least here in California, 99% of the people that are hospitalized in LA County, and it was 99.7. I may have dropped to 99.0, but 99 odd percent of hospitalized people in my county here are not fully vaccinated, either unvaccinated or just had like one of two shots. So some people are breakthrough cases, but from what I can tell statistically, it's very unlikely. And if you happen to be one of those like 1 in 100, the odds of you becoming severely ill are pretty slim as well. Peter, what I think about all the billionaires going into space. Again, just like I was saying a moment ago, just billionaires, stroking their egos, Didn't you see how Elon, or no, it was actually Bezos, was actually sending some, no. Okay, here's the thing. Like Branson went up, 2 weeks ago? Richard Branson, billionaire. He didn't go as high as what Bezos was going to do 2 weeks later. So Bezos was bagging on Branson on the internet. Oh, that billionaire didn't go up that high. Then Elon was bugging on Bezos because, Bezos isn't even going into orbit, unlike SpaceX, my company. So it's just a bunch of billionaires just stroking their egos. Again, they could put that money to better uses. And I'm not against space flight or anything like that. It's just kind of weird how billionaires are doing this, not like nations or anything like that, or just powerful companies that are not that were basically what's the word, have billionaire founders or visionaries. But anyway, let's move on. I know we're going to talk about that. Hey, vegan metalhead, I didn't see that. Hey, you have to tip $5 for your birthday, metalhead. Are you crazy? But thank you. Let's see what you say. Enjoyed your meal today for your birthday. Avocado sushi roll. Actually, is this? Hang on. I forgot to turn my thing on here that makes me able to hear your super chats there. Let's see. Enjoyed your meal today of birthday avocado sushi roll. That sounds amazing. Drunken noodles. That sounds amazing with vegetables. No egg. My mom got the Thai basil fried rice with vegetables instead of meat, and you don't think they gave her egg either. Cool, awesome. That sounds really good. Yeah, I love. We found actually two nearby vegan sushi places. One just opened up July 4th in Long Beach. So it's like a little hole in the wall. It's in a weird part of town, but it's pretty low price vegan sushi. So that sounds amazing. And it's on a warm summer's day. It's hard to beat vegan sushi. But thanks, Vegan Metalhead. Hope you're enjoying your birthday. Sounds like you are. How can you go wrong, eating food like that on your birthday? Thanks so much for the super chat tip there. And I'm not sure. Did it? I don't think it did text to speech for you because I forgot to open up my workaround window here. But I'm going to read it like a robot for you. And I saw you, Jessica. Let's see. Let me read Vegan Metalhead's thing again. Enjoyed my meal today for my birthday, avocado sushi roll and drunken noodles with vegetable egg. That's enough. I don't think I do a good computer voice. I don't think Amazon is going to replace Alexa with me, unless you want some kind of Keanu Reeves kind of voice. That'd be really cool though, huh? Anyway, Jessica, thank you so much for your very generous super chat. I can't say it today. I know VD is going to show me here having vegan brain fog. It's real, guys. I tell you guys, it's real. Look at Ryan. He can't put together a coherent thought. Anyway, thanks, Jessica, for your tip there. Are the vegan festivals open in Cali yet? They're still closed in Nevada. As far as festivals like Veg Fest, LA Veg Fest, SoCal Veg Fest, all those, I don't think, no. I haven't seen any planned and scheduled for 2021. There's smaller events that I'm seeing, like pop-ups, if you want to say, maybe there's 5 or 6 vendors and stuff like that. But no, the festivals, I just think our basically we kind of reopened up here in California, at least April, May, and it takes months to really plan and coordinate and produce a really put together Veg Fest. They plan them a year out often. So yeah, you're probably not going to see many this year, even if your area is opened up, just for the logistics of producing an event, a good event. But pop-ups are a lot easier to do. So that's what's been going on here. Oh, cool, Tracy. Liking the hair here. I just kind of, worked out, got all sweaty. So I just took a little bath before coming on here. And here it is. Yeah, just every day I kind of mess around with it a little bit, see what kind of new styling I can do to it. And it's growing out nicely. I tell you, it's kind of short when I got it cut. I was kind of worried a little bit. But yeah, it's growing out all nice. And it's still short, but it's getting long. See, I can pull my bangs down and my mouth down and stuff like that. So anyway, thanks, guys. Let me get some more water here. It's been warm. What's that? Catechus one, hair looks pog? Was that an expression that the kids are saying that I don't know of? Pog? Tell me what pog is, if that's something, or was that a typo? I like that though. I like pog. No, Peter, I haven't seen Space Jam yet. Isn't that on HBO Max? Correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't have HBO Max right now. But I know I'm going to see it at some point for sure. Maybe I'll just rent it, or we'll probably get HBO Max again. Hopefully it'll still be on there. But yeah, Let's see. Oh, okay, Peter, you told me in the UK they're doing vegan camp out with over 1,000 people. When does that happen in, Peter? What month is that going on? Because I thought they're kind of like us right now in the United States, experiencing a surge of amongst mainly the unvaccinated. Okay, thanks, Peter. So Space Jam 2, which stars LeBron James, is in theaters and HBO Max. Pog is a Twitch thing. Okay, thanks, Bush's Baked Beans. Yeah, I don't really go on Twitch. All right, and Angie's more on Twitter, so she knows all the young slang from Twitter, but I never heard her say Pog, which makes sense because, as you say, it's a Twitch thing. Man, it seems warm in here. I'm going to adjust my AC a little bit. So glad I have AC, man. Really, I wouldn't be able to sit in this room and do live streams in the summer. Poggers. What are Pogs, Tracy? Tell me. I don't know what Pogs are. I'm totally like not aware of what Pogs are. And you know VD's going to make a video. Look at Ryan there. His brain is so deteriorated, he doesn't even know what Pogs are. Nope, I don't know what Pogs are, and I'm assuming it has nothing to do with me being vegan, because you vegans know what Pogs are. So please tell me. You had some trolls, Uncle Walt. What? Pogs? Trolls? What are you guys talking about tonight? Sarah, you got AC too. Yeah, it's pretty much necessary now, as far as like most people in the summertime. Okay, Pogs are from your childhood in the 90s, right? Okay, see, in the 90s, that's when I was like your guys' age. A lot of you guys are probably in the prime of your 20s and stuff like that. That was me, my mid-20s, late 20s. 90s, so I was not watching kid stuff then. Not to say I was too cool, I was doing other stuff. So okay, thanks for letting me know what that is. Troll dolls, I didn't even know what that is either. Let's see. So Peter, that vegan UK camp out will be in late August, and you're not going, because you have to quarantine if you go there still. See, there's so many complications. Like, yeah, events will still be on, but some countries will have you quarantine and makes it not practical. Hey, Lisa, happiest vegan on earth. Check out Lisa's channel, her Instagram, if you want to have the most thorough coverage of Disney's vegan offerings. Lisa's based here nearby us here in Southern California, so it's going to be a lot of bias towards our local stuff, like downtown Disney, Disneyland, and Disney California Adventure. But she travels. She just went to the one in Orlando. What's that called? The Disneyland, Disney World, I guess. And then you just went to that one in Hawaii too, right? The Disney resort there. So anyway, check out her channel. Always putting out, top-notch updated Disney info. Whenever I have a question, I'll ask her like, hey, now that you're here, Lisa, let me ask you this. On my birthday, I'm thinking about going out and having dinner at my favorite vegan restaurant, and then after that, I'm thinking about going to that bar at the Disneyland Hotel, the one that has the what's that called, the Dole Whips. Do I need to make a reservation? I heard someone that said they went there and it was like really crowded. They had to get on a waiting list. But I'm gonna go at night. It's gonna be a Saturday, but it's gonna be at nighttime, probably like 9 or 10. I assume they're still open, right? Like, do I need to get on a waiting list, or can I just go right there? Or just let me know if you know Lisa, or maybe you know someone that knows more about that. Let me know, because if you want to join us too, Lisa, you're more than welcome. You're right, you're right down across the street, basically, right from Disneyland. I'll text you when we're gonna go there. But let me know if there's any kind of thing I need to do, or just walk right up. I just want to go there to that bar and order some Dole Whips. And don't they have alcoholic Dole Whips? I've never had one before, like with rum or something like that. I actually might try that out just for the hell of it, Anyway, just let me know how that works out. Trader Sam's, that's the name of it. Okay, so let me know if there's a and how do you book it? It's just like, I remember when I went there before, it's just like a little bar out by the pool, kind of, sort of. So let me know how that works out, because I would like to do that if that's possible, if Disney's not overcrowded and overbooked or anything like that. Travis, going to be in Disney World next week for your birthday. There's a way to celebrate your birthday. Let's see. You don't think they take reservations at all at Trader Sam's? It's just whatever wait is. So it might be a long wait during peak times. Do you know, is it busy like Saturday night? I don't know. Do people go to drink at Disneyland like it's Saturday, like at 9 or 10? Let me know. I have no idea what people do there. Isn't there another place there that has Dole Whips, like a place with a bar with like an exotic name? Sounds kind of Asian or something like that. Let me know. Just trying to figure out what my options are so I can have this, complete birthday dinner and then go out and have a Dole Whip, maybe an alcohol Dole Whip, which I've never had before. A Dole Whip float with rum. Wow. I don't even know if I like rum. I have no clue. I can't even like recall what rum tastes like. Even when I drank more in my 20s, I was not drinking like drinks. I would just have like beer or something usually. Anyway, meet up at Disneyland. No, we're not going to go in the park. That would be prohibitive. And on a Saturday, just silly. It'll be just ridiculously crowded. We're introverts. We're INFPs. You think they're open till midnight, but do you know if they're busy, Lisa? Do you know if they're busy like at like 9 o'clock on Saturdays? Is it like a destination? I have no clue. Let me know. I assume you probably cruised by there a few times. Why wouldn't bananas be vegan? Who's saying bananas aren't vegan? Last time I checked, bananas are a plant. Bananas don't have a mother or a face. They grow on trees. Why are bananas not vegan? And if so, what other plants are not vegan? And by what definition of vegan is this person using? Let me know. I kind of missed that. Okay, thanks, Lisa. And also, will that Trader Sam's, will they validate my parking? I know everyone has to pay $10 for the first hour, but if I spend like $20 on Dole Whips or rum Dole Whips or whatever, will I get like a parking validation? Because that could be cool, just like walk around for a bit and stuff. So let me know if they validate alcohol or not alcohol, but Dole Whip tabs of $20 or more, because I don't think that'll be too hard to do. If I get a Dole Whip, Angie gets a Dole Whip, who knows if you're going to be there with us too, we'll put it all on the same tab. Who knows? Let me know. Yeah, bananas also don't have a central nervous system or a brain, so they're not sentient beings. That's really what veganism is about, is not harming sentient beings. So yeah, bananas pass that test as well. Let's see, Dinah's World. Okay, you're telling me they are busy. 9 o'clock is prime time. Ah, man, okay. And it's going to be a Saturday, too. And I have no choice. That's just when my birthday falls on a Saturday. I'm kind of bummed. I tell you, I'm an INFP, an introvert. I said we have an INFJ there. I'm an introvert. So, yeah, I wasn't stoked, to say the least, when I saw my birthday's on a Saturday. I go, that's the busiest day. Everyone's free. Why couldn't my birthday have been on a Tuesday or Wednesday? Because you see why. It's not that I really don't like people. I just don't like how here in California, there's too many people and it makes things busy. So you have to wait and stuff like that. I just want to go to a bar, get a Dole Whip, and not have to like wait and stuff like that. Let's see. So you're saying, Lisa, it is historically busy during that time, but I haven't been there at night recently. I always just, you just scrolled right past me there. I'm going to turn my head. I used to always take dates there. It was quite a convenient place to go pre-COVID. I think it's still pretty easy. Well, if you happen to pop by there before next weekend, let me know, Lisa. But yeah, thanks for the tips though. It sounds like you guys are telling me are kind of confirming my suspicions. It might not be a slam dunk to get a Dole Whip. But also, too, yeah, let me know if they validate parking on tabs over like $20 or whatever. Cool, thanks, the one guy 3030. I'm really digging my hair too. I'm so glad I got it cut shorter. I should have done it years ago. My old hair, long hair, just kind of getting scraggly looking and all dried out. I just needed to start fresh. So thank you. Oh, my lava lamp. Where is it? Oh, I thought about it tonight, Sarah, and since it's kind of warm and the lava lamp uses like a heating light bulb to make the oil, I didn't want to put out any more heat into this room, so I did think about that. And I thought, just because it's the middle of summer, I'm going to not do the lava lamp tonight. I'm with you, Jess. Yeah, I like people. I don't like drunk people, really. I mean, they can be fun, but usually they're more annoying than fun, But anyway, I do generate heat too, being a big dude. I'm naturally warm. So I was just trying to find ways to minimize heat in here. So yeah. I didn't want to run any more lights than I have to. The only lights I have on right now are 2 LED lights, which put out the least amount of heat of any kind of light. Hey, Wujita is here. Wow. Awesome, man. We got Uncle Walt, Tracy, and Wujita. Totally awesome. Your hair is still COVID short. Oh, you cut it short. Yeah, usually people grew their hair out, Sarah, during COVID. I just kind of let mine get all scraggly during COVID, but that's usually my normal look anyway. So anyway, yeah, I like the cold with you. I'm with you, Sean. Yeah, we're here, fortunately here in SoCal, we're going to have like what's known as the marine layer, which means the normal oceanic influence, the cooler, moderating temperatures of the ocean. That's going to be lasting till Monday. So I'm going to appreciate the next 2-3 days as much as I can, because it's supposed to warm up a little bit again while we get more of the drier inland air influence. And that's what we don't like. That's when we get really grumpy and hot. What's Angie doing? Last time I checked, she was editing an Angie's Animal Friends. Something she filmed back in 2016 with all these geese or something. Anyway, she's editing that. And then she said she really needs to take a bath big time. So I don't think we're going to see her tonight. Most likely not. But you never know. Bro Scientist, she made a Jeff Bezos joke and got put on timeout. I didn't do that. I didn't see any of our moderators do that. Usually, jokes about Jeff Bezos are fine. I'm not sure what happened there, so I apologize. I don't know if Streamlabs did it to you. Unless the moderator has something to add to that. Let's see, Uncle Walt, how far are we from the ocean? Yeah, we're pretty close here in our home here. It's like it's less than a mile. It's like 9/10 of a mile in a straight line, as they say, as the crow flies. But it's not as cool. I mean, that's good for Long Beach, but yeah, Torrance, I know you got that nice breeze out where you're at in that side of town, the other side of the Palos Verdes Peninsula, which kind of blocks some of the coastal wind here. So yeah, I'm sure 3 miles where you're at from the ocean is probably the same as like a mile or so here. Our sea breeze just a little weaker. Long Beach, and the fact is Long Beach is the warmest, hottest beach city or town, whatever you want to call us here in California. And that's us because of the way the geography is here. So it's kind of a warm beach, but still a beach. When we go inland, we feel it. We go, God, let's get back to warm, relatively not warm Long Beach. Anyway, all right. So what else we guys talking about here? Oh, hope you're okay there, about how's cure with your eye. Is everything good with your eye there? Hope so. I mean, it was just a regular optometrist appointment, I hope. I mean, I went and saw mine a couple months ago. Got a new prescription. I got new lenses put into these glasses. I had to pay a little extra to get the anti-flare, so a reflection. Even though you can still see reflected light, it's like way worse with my non-coated glasses. Let me try these out here. Let's see. See, at least have, I think, a bit more glare than these do. Heck, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't pay the extra money. I don't know. Did you see any difference, actually? Here's the glare-resistant ones. Okay. All right. I'm trying to make as much glare as I can. All right, let me put the other ones on. Here's the ones that don't have any glare coating. What do you think? Was it worth it? It was kind of expensive. I was seriously. You can't even see my eyes when I do this, huh? Okay, here's back to the glare coated ones. It's better. What do you guys think? Is it worth it? Let me know down there. Is it worth it to spend the extra dollars next time to get that done? Oh, hey, Leslie, thank you.
Just because. Appreciate you both.
Cool. You guys heard that, right? I got the speech thing working right this time. Thank you. Thank you so much there, Leslie. Appreciate that. You appreciate us. I'll tell Angie that you specifically said both of us there on that one. So thanks. All right. So let me see your opinions on my glare resistant versus non-glare resistant there. Definitely a significant difference. All right, cool. Better, somewhat, a little bit. All right, cool. They have purple and green reflections. All right, cool. And you guys heard the super chat bot there. Awesome. All right, so yeah, I'm not sure if it's worth it. I guess it is a bit, you know. I don't know. I'm not sure. I guess I don't have to worry about it because I just got this done a few months ago. So I won't be seeing the eye doctor again anytime soon, I hope. Let me see if I got your response there, Sarah. It's Bauhaus Cure. A regular appointment. Okay, you need to see an eye doctor often. Well, I've never heard of that syndrome. Hope it's nothing too hardcore or anything. Let's see. Bush's Baked Beans. You drove to Cali and got mugged by a homeless person just like that. You just drove to California. Like where did you park at? Did you park in like some dangerous area? Like where'd you go? I hope you're just joking there. Because yeah, knock on wood, yeah, I've not had anything like that happen to me before. But I've had a few friends get mugged before, and it's not a fun experience. Let's see. Yeah, right now, Ilani, how's it going, Ilani? Yes, the glasses I'm wearing right now are the ones that have the coating. Even both of these glasses look similar. They're very different. These are the ones with the coating are the ones I use for reading, like looking at my computer screens. They have like a different prescription because I can see really good close up. But, you know, if something's like a few feet from me, like a computer screen, I can't see it. But if I put on my glasses where I can see when I'm driving and, you know, playing tennis and sports like that, then it's kind of blurry when I look at the computer screen. So I had to get like a computer reading prescription, which is kind of, you know, in between like just bare eyes and the hardcore seeing for miles kind of prescription. It was in Oakland. Okay, yeah, Oakland can be dangerous. I know that's gotten... crime's gotten better there. At least I thought last time I looked over the years. But yeah, Oakland, you got to be careful. You got to be careful pretty much anywhere in a city, you know. Long Beach, you got to be careful. You know, there's parts of Long Beach I will not walk in at night. And even the day for that matter. Let's see, Kimberly, I've heard stories about that too. I think they're making a bigger deal about it. I mean, if people want to move out of California, I mean, I'm not totally against it. There's plenty of people here. We are the most populated state in the country. We're the 5th largest economy in the world. I think we can handle a few less people, I think. I mean, I'm cool with that. You know, if people want to leave California. I have no plans to leave California anytime soon, though. Unless I tell you, if I ever moved, I was saying move into wine country, but that's still in California, just Northern California. But no, I think I'm going to stay in California probably, you know, unless I move somewhere really exotic like New Zealand or Australia or something like that. To me, that's exotic. I know some of you guys just live there and it's boring, but for me, that's just like a fantasy almost. Hey, Jared, here every week, love us. Thank you. Thanks so much, Jared. Thank you so much. Let's see, Bauhaus Cure. I got to learn more about your vision thing there. You have your driver's license, even though you don't have depth perception. Wow, how interesting. So everything's just kind of flat. Wow, I can't even imagine. How did you even learn you had that, I wondered? Like, because for you, I assume that's just like normal. How'd you know, like, you heard that other people see things differently? That really interests me. What's that, Peter? Did I see, Ryan, did you see we're in a video where someone made it look like you were drunk and it was about a bunch of vegans being soy boys? I think you forwarded that to me. I guess I could check it out. You know, I don't think I want to respond to such crap like that. I mean, I never get drunk. Okay, I'll just put it like that. And if I did, so what? Oh, look, he got drunk, therefore veganism is null and void. There's drunk vegans. I'm just saying I never get drunk. I will have some alcohol from time to time, but not to the point where I get drunk. Just like the other day, if you follow our Instagram, Happy Healthy Vegan, we went to Gracias Madre in Newport Beach. It used to be something else, but they converted to Gracias Madre. Anyway, long story short, we split a small glass, like this big, of a margarita. 2 adults, you know, one of us is 193 pounds, me, split a margarita. So we don't get drunk. You know, I was able to drive completely safely after that. We don't get drunk. And if I did, why would I film it? Like, hey, I'm drunk. Let's put me on the internet right now. Hey, guys, I'm so drunk right now. Whoa, you know. Anyway, Soy Boy, is that supposed to be a put down? Is to contrast that with what? Like Steak Man or something like that? What the hell? And you know, it's like, this is a stupid stereotype. Like, not all vegans eat soy. You know, I went for like a year or two before eating soy. Anyway, people. Yeah, I'm with you, Sarah. Yeah. I can't say I feel great, like better after having alcohol. But again, when I do, I just have such small amounts. I don't think it's really like detrimental much to like feeling bad or anything like that. Because I know what I drink. When I was younger, I drank more, so I know what that's like. You know how much that is to drink a lot, and you know, and yeah, I'm sure that it's hard to compare the two. I just have a little bit, just a point where you just feel a little good, just to enjoy life. You know, not to like drown sorrows away or anything like that. Like, you're just outdoors, we're eating outdoors, the sun's out, but we're in the shade, the perfect temperature, eating some amazing Mexican vegan food and just splitting a margarita. It was like being in Hawaii or something or Mexico. It was amazing. Anyway, but yeah, if you guys have problems with substance abuse, drinking, don't have any. I don't have any problems like that. So, you know, I can have a beer or split a can of rosé with Angie, which we'll get sometimes at the pizza place, you know, Fourth Horseman, and we're good. It doesn't cause any troubles for us. But yeah, everyone's got to figure out what's good for them. No, Uncle Walt, that's just a whole myth about this it being like this estrogen thing. I've made some videos about that. There's this myth that, if you consume soy like vegans do, you'll become more feminized, your testosterone will go down, and you will grow man breasts, man boobs. And this is complete nonsense. I showed the studies, and it's actually the opposite. It explains why my testosterone levels are so high, like why mine is like 870, which is like, high even for a guy in his 20s. It's because high meat protein diets actually suppress testosterone levels. And they did studies like on females too, like eat soy. In Japan, it didn't affect hormone levels. It's just complete nonsense. Okay, Kate, your doctor says the estrogen thing is a myth. Why'd I say myth? Because I have brain fog, right? VD's right. I have vegan brain fog. Hey, Sarah. Okay, you're gonna watch. Baseball. Yeah, it's baseball season right now, huh? Awesome. Yeah, check that out. I started watching a little bit of baseball. My mom kind of got me into the Angels. I always forget his name. You guys will probably jump on me. How could you not know his name? I always forget it. The Japanese guy. The pitcher hitter guy. That guy's really cool. So cool. Yeah, check out the Giants. I didn't know you're a Giants fan. Awesome. Go San Francisco. Hey, Metalhead, someone who is legally blind with a valid driver's license and insurance. Yeah, I guess legally blind is a certain definition, huh? It means that not like you're technically blind, just for all practical purposes, you can't see that well. But as long as, I guess, it can be corrected, right, with lenses or something like that, and you can pass the test, I guess that's all it takes, huh? Ooh, that sounds good right now about House Cure. Man, you're making me hungry, and you're making me feel like I'm not cold enough. Let me adjust the AC another degree here. I'll get it right. I'm feeling so warm today. Okay, you can't turn your left eye, look normal otherwise, and can still drive. Great, as long as you can see and you can drive. Hey Tracy, do we need to ban someone there? I saw you deleted their message. Do we need to, okay, thanks Tracy. Yeah, if anyone wants to come here and troll and do it in a first of all, trolling is not allowed on our live stream and in our comments. But in addition to that, if you want to come here and troll and spew hate of any kind, hate towards like people of different ethnicities like myself, different like religious backgrounds, sexual orientations, anything, you're gone. We don't tolerate hate like that because hate is only spewed by complete total ass losers, and we don't tolerate total ass losers here. So thanks, Tracy, for booting a total ass loser. Thank you so much. All right. So yeah, Tracy rocking it, rocking the band hammer, loving it. Yeah, if the troll's still watching, go troll some other live stream. You're not going to get through here. Yeah, we have 3 hardcore moderators on right now, plus myself. So we're like impervious. We're protected as much as can be. So go troll some other live stream with your nonsense hate. Can you say hate towards Farage? No, let's not even mention his name anymore. No. Yeah, it's not worth anybody's time to troll here. Wasting your time, wasting our time, just a complete waste of time. Unless that is their goal. Sometimes their goal is just to like, they have nothing better going on. Yeah, we ban that loser for sure. Yeah, where is Race Lever? Is he out on some kind of date tonight or something like that? Hope you're doing well, Race. Hope everything's cool. Maybe you'll watch it later on. Let's see, what's that, Uncle Walt? A vegan ice cream called Red Rover. Not ringing any bells. Tell me about it, Uncle Walt. Where did you find it at? How did you like it? Give me a little review there. A video showing our record collection. It's a weird record collection. It's like stuff that I've brought to the home here, and Angie brought individually before we met. Some of it's from my DJing. I used to do like DJ in the 90s. Some of it's Angie's punk collection from like the 80s, and some of it's like a bunch of vinyl that Angie's dad gave us a long time ago. So it's a pretty weird collection. Where does Race Lever live? We don't know, Peter. He will not tell us. All we know is that he's a he. We're pretty certain about that, but other than any of that, he lives in the United States. Other than those 2 facts, and that he's vegan and has a weird sense of humor, kind of like Chandler on Friends on crack, or steroids. But other than that, we don't know much about Race Lever, and I think he likes it that way. Who is engaged about House Cure? Did you get engaged? Let us know if you got engaged. Let's see. Yeah, he is an international man of mystery for sure. Why are we talking about Susie Sue right now? You got engaged? Awesome. Oh my God, awesome. Congratulations, guys. Sometimes we got to hang out because Bauhaus Cure is a pretty relative neighbor, kind of like Lisa, happiest week on earth, lives in that same general direction. So we're going to hang out sometime, and congratulations. Yeah. I told you that my life is going to be kind of weird, like through all of July, for the reasons I told you back a while ago. Yeah, maybe sometime next month. We'll stay in touch, but congratulations. That's really good news. 4-year anniversary last weekend, and he proposed. Oh, that's awesome. That's very sweet, very romantic. That's a great time. 4 years is a great amount of time to date. You really can know someone really well. I believe that. I've dated people where the relationships didn't last that long. And I'm trying to get at it's really hard to really know a person like after just a few months. You know what I'm saying? But if you've known someone a year, you know them that much better than a few months. And if you've been out with someone for 4 years and you still love them, like them, and not annoyed by them, you know what they're going to be like. So I think you're setting yourself up for a long future together. Because Angie and I, we dated approximately 4 years before. I think 4 or 5 years. We got married in 2005. I think about 5 years before I proposed. So yeah, and here we are still together all these years later. Hey, thank you, Peter. Peter, your brother is getting married, and he and his fiance are having a traditional Asian tea ceremony in the morning because she's Asian, and apparently they're serving an entire roast pig. I don't know if I should go or not. Wow. Tea ceremony with pig? That's not part of a traditional Asian tea ceremony, or correct me if I'm wrong. I even though I'm Chinese, I can't say I'm like totally up on traditional ceremonies, but And maybe someone will make a response video of me and tear me a new one or something like that. But I mean, it's your brother, and hopefully he's only going to get married once. It's a once in a lifetime event. I say there's still a way for you to participate in the event and yet not be part of the food part. Like if they're having a tea ceremony, I assume, correct me if I'm wrong, they will be serving you tea, right? They will just bring out tea. Enjoy the tea, sip the tea, drink the tea, enjoy the tea ceremony. And then when it seems like things are going to start changing to like food will be served, bail. I'm sure your brother will understand. Just let him know you're not, I'm sure he knows you're a very passionate, ethical vegan, just like I am. And just let him know that that'll make you uncomfortable, but you want to wish him the best, support him. So be there for the tea ceremony and then leave as soon as it looks like it's time to leave. How's that sound as a good compromise there? That way you're there for your brother, but not, seeming to support the other stuff going on that's not quite so vegan. Let me know what you guys think too, if you guys have some additional tips for Peter there. But that's what I would do. I do the tea. That seems like the best way to do it, rather than boycott the whole thing. Because I mean, he's your brother after all, and he's getting married. It's like one of the most important days of his life. So, let's see. Okay, Peter, you told him it was disgusting, but that's nothing you can do about it. Well, the tea, am I right, Peter? There's going to be a succession of events, probably tea first, where you sip tea, and then non-vegan stuff after that, the food stuff, right? So you could probably be there a long time. There'll probably be people hanging out, talking and chilling before even the tea, right? Probably an hour of chilling, finally the tea comes out, and then just bail after the tea. Let me know if I'm correct in that assumption, that you can spend some quality time, enjoy the tea, and then just leave once it looks like food's coming. Let me know if that assumption about the timing is right or wrong. Because you won't have to see a dead pig or anything like that if you bail after right when the tea ceremony is ending. Let's see. Wow, I missed out. What's going on there, Black Hist? The doctor said being vegan is good because the appendix ruptured, and usually there's a whole bunch of nasty food blocked in. Wow, I missed out on something there. Okay, Peter, you don't know for sure, but you think I'm correct on that. Well, ask your brother. Because these things get planned. They just don't happen. Trust me, I got married too. We got married too. So yeah, these events need to get planned. So ask him if that's how it's going to go down. If so, I don't see any harm in going and being there for the more vegan part of the day, like where there's no food, or the only food would be like pretty much tea. So ask him if that's right. Yeah, they didn't bail on the pig thing. I'm sure he'll understand, but I'm pretty sure if he's a decent person, will understand and will appreciate you supporting him as long as you can that day, until it crosses the line for you. I think it's a good compromise. Oh, but the main dinner has vegan options. Okay, all right. Yeah, you got to get the details for sure, Peter. Talk to your bro, get the details, and plan accordingly. Because, yeah. Oh, Angie's here. Hell yeah. Angie overheard the convo and Googled it. Looks like an old-fashioned Cantonese wedding thing. Cool, Angie. All right, cool. Let's see what Angie dug up there on the interwebs. Yeah, I was assuming it was a Chinese thing too for some reason. Yeah. Cantonese, that's where that's my family's background as well. Let's see. So Angie's doing the Google in there. Let's see what Angie has dug up there. I'm happy to see Angie. I'm happy to see what kind of info she dug up there. Maybe she's still just letting us know she found it. Okay, the ceremony used to last 3 days, which is kind of not practical in modern times here. It tends to be wrapped up in a day. And it sounds like, they'll be kind of episodic, discrete parts of the day, so you can kind of plan around that too, like bail when it's not cool. Oh no, Kate, I said Angie was editing some footage for Angie's Animal Friends, like footage that she filmed in 2016 actually. So she was putting it together. Okay, so the pig roast is apparently one thing they do, and tea ceremony to introduce the family is another. Wow. Okay, yeah, Peter, you're gonna have to talk to your bro and see how it's gonna go down. Like the order of things. He doesn't have to know the time, but like how things will unfold, and you could plan around that. I can't say I've ever been to anything quite like that before. Yeah, Jess, that's kind of it. I agree. I don't need to read that, but yeah, aloud. But yeah, that's kind of it. That's how a vegan sees that. It's completely absurd. It's that kind of thing. Like, the people go, oh, I couldn't be vegan because of traditions of my culture and stuff like that. Well, isn't it possible that some of our cultures have some archaic practices that are pretty, like, unnecessary in this day and age? Not to say they were necessary, like, hundreds of years ago, but having a pig, roasting a pig so families can come together is absurd. There's nothing about eating a pig that draws families together. That's just superstition or something like that, and it's just needlessly harming an animal. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. This whole thing, like, there's some immoral practices that might need some updating in modern times. Okay, oh, I didn't catch that. So Blacklit had some surgery. That's what it sounded like when you were in the hospital. I didn't catch exactly what happened, Blackhist. If you don't mind just giving me the quickest rundown, I would be quite curious to hear what happened to you. Good point, Bathhouse. Sure, yeah, this whole tradition argument. Yeah, there's, at least here in SoCal, yeah, there's so many, like, foods that produce foods, restaurants that have traditional, like, Japanese foods, like sushi, Chinese foods, like temple, like, kind of monk foods that are all vegan, vegetarian. Yeah, you don't need to have pig roasts anymore. I mean, just get some mock pig. They do make mock pork. If you can find that in Chinese food supermarkets. It's a thing. Okay, you had I can't even pronounce that. Is that like an appendix removal? Since your system was clean and cut your hospital day from 5 days to 2 days. Awesome. Yeah, you said the other guy was there like 15 days. You told the nurses you're not going to see any pig or cow or chicken in me. They were waiting for it. Oh, okay. So what kind of procedure is that? Like cleaning the appendix, or is it removing? I don't even know what that is. No, Peter. A guy said he's only going to date vegans, and he caught his girl at KFC. Maybe she's ordering vegan stuff there, but I don't think there's too many vegan options there. Okay, I see that, Angie. Well, yeah. Yeah, it's just to us as people who see all the you know various forms of cruelty to animals that are out there in the world. It's like, how does seeing an animal suffer, you don't see it suffer, it has suffered to be killed, and how does that make people come together? It just doesn't make any sense. If it's a tradition, cool, but have mock pork. Wow, I know where you're going. I missed some of that discussion there, Jail. I guess I was more caught up in the tea ceremony. I didn't catch the whole mock I'm sorry, the politics, sexual politics that you're talking about there. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you, Steven. Yeah, there's vegan and vegetarian Chinese and Asian restaurants out here, and I assume they have them in British Columbia too. Assuming that's where your brother's at, Peter. All right, cool, Angie. Thanks for the warning there. Do not look up the photos of the wedding pig. It's super graphic. See, more reason. It's cruelty. I wonder if, like, Peter, if your brother saw these kinds of images, like, would it bother him? Like, his wedding is going to be, like, like, kind of anchored by this this barbaric, barbaric in the sense not of humans, but just, like, harming animals practice. It's like, Anyway, yeah, it's a bummer, Peter. I see your dilemma for sure, Stephen, why are people so quick to try and criticize vegans? I don't know. I think they're bothered by vegans for certain reasons. I think a lot of it is just projection and fantasy. A lot of people think, oh, all you vegans think you're better than everyone else or whatever. I've heard that one before. It's like, I don't see that in the definition of vegan, and we're better than all other people. It doesn't say that. I don't come out and say, hey, this is Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan, and guess what? We're better than you. Nope, that's not our intro or anything like that. VD, cut that out and show that and make some nonsense story about that. I didn't really say that. I was mocking. That's why my tone of voice was weird there. But anyway, and I'm not sure if they're jealous, but I think it makes them uncomfortable because we're saying, hey, we don't eat animals because you don't need to. It's inherently cruel to harm and exploit animals. You don't need to eat them. You can eat just plants and be extremely healthy. If you want to be healthy, you can eat just potato chips and French fries and get by if you want, and Oreos. But I think it just makes them realize, gee, wow, so you don't have to harm animals, but I could never do that. I'm just going to make fun of vegans, something like that. I think it just makes them think about their life choices and how that makes them uncomfortable to some manner. And then, instead of acting on it in a rational way, they act in an irrational way, which is to attack the vegans rather than ponder, gee, yeah, I guess I don't have to harm animals. That doesn't occur to them as an option. Yeah, it's a defensive reaction. Think about it. When you're like kind of frightened by something, you get in a defensive posture, either mentally or physically. And I think that's what's going on. Isn't VD a disease? Yes, Jess. That channel VD, I almost said her channel's name, is a disease, just like venereal disease is. Exactly the same. It's a perfect analogy. What's that, Muji? It's hilarious because if we wanted to be better than everyone, then why would we be trying to convince everyone to be vegan, huh? All right. Let's move on from the sexual politics thing here, JL, because I missed it, and it sounds like it's causing some what's the word I'm looking for? Strife, disagreement and stuff like that. I'm not saying it's not a worthy topic to discuss, but let's move on from that and just kind of get focused back here on vegan, happy healthy vegan. What I call this live, ask a friendly, healthy, ethical vegan anything. I guess the anything, if you open that up, you could ask me how physics, quantum mechanics works. No, I'm not talking about anything. I'm just about more vegan anything rather than anything, if that makes any sense. What do I think about dogs going vegan? From what I know, I've never had a dog since being vegan. Last time I had a dog, I was like a teenager living at my mom's. But yeah, from what I know, dogs can go vegan pretty easily, right? Let me know if I'm wrong down there. Let me know if your dog's vegan. But from what I understand, it's pretty easy for dogs to go vegan. That being said, maybe there's some rarer breeds that have a more or slightly more difficult time than other breeds. I'm not, what's that called? A veterinarian or anything like that. I haven't studied this stuff. I just know from friends I have that have vegan dogs, they're doing fine. What's this, Marzi? If I've seen Soytheist? I don't remember you asked me that. Please enlighten me. What is Soytheist? I don't know what that is. Let's see, Angie, what'd you say? On a lighter note, I came across some video footage of Ryan and I feeding ducks and geese in the park from 2016, And that's what she's editing. Yeah, these animals like ducks and geese are almost attacking us. They were really aggressive. It was crazy. I agree. Vegans are awesome. Vegan top 10 or vegan top. Let's see, Molly, your dog is vegan and she is alive. There you go. Vegan teacher's dog's vegan, looks happy and healthy. Yeah, that's what I understand. It's pretty easy for dogs to be vegan. Like I said, I'm allowing there might be some breeds where it's more difficult. I don't know, but in general, as a general principle, from our stand, it's easy. Do I read all the comments? Jack the Gamer. I try to read all the comments. I saw that one. So if you asked a question and I missed it earlier, I try to say this a few times during live streams. I said at the beginning, yeah, just ask it again. I'm not going to get mad at you. Just don't like spam it. Like, wait a minute or so. Or if you really, really, really want to get it through, do a super chat tip or something like that. But yeah, I try to read all these comments here. Just, I can't see every last one of them, obviously. I mean, a few times like Angie's hopped in the chat and I didn't notice her for like 5 minutes, So just put it out there. I'm like, I'm less than perfect. Yes, I'm a vegan who is not perfect, I say that facetiously because we're always held to this higher standard. We have to be perfect, vegans have to be perfect. If not, some idiot jerk is going to make a video about you. Oh, look at Ryan hurt his elbow playing basketball. It's because he's vegan. Just anything like that. Let's see. Do I think Team USA basketball will win the gold? It depends on how well they're gelling. I know they got some great players on the team, especially now that the finals are over. They even got more. So if they can play together, good team basketball, we will see, huh? I haven't watched any Team USA stuff either, so I have no idea. But yeah, it sounds like they have a pretty good team. Yes, Sean, you heard it on this live stream. I am not perfect. Oh, buffering. If you saw any buffering, guys, that's pretty cool. We got an hour without any buffering. Let me know if you guys can see everything fine, because I can. Let's see. Is everything looking good here? Yeah. If you had any buffering, just bear with us. I think maybe either my internet service provider isn't that great, or maybe I need to buy a new router sometime. But yeah, some live streams are bad. We'll get buffering like every 10, 15 minutes. I think it's our first one in an hour, so I'll take that. This is like a huge success as far as the buffering issue goes. All right, cool. I'm glad you're saying it, guys. That is looking good. Hey, Groovy Lisa, what is up? Cool. Yeah, I didn't see any buffering. I think Tracy mentioned it there a second ago, right? Yeah, it was Tracy. But yeah, I didn't see it happen on my end, so hopefully it was just a local issue for Tracy rather than a buffering that affects everyone. Maybe the kid that lives across the street that is sucking up all the bandwidth playing Fortnite, maybe he's gone out tonight. Who knows? Yeah, it's been perfect too here. I'll knock on wood. This is great. Cool, a vegan skateboarder competing. I'm not surprised. There should be some vegan pro skateboarders out there. Might could run for office again, Freak Guy 666. Maybe. Now that I know how it works, what I really got out of running for office last year was how it works, how politics works, and you got to have a lot of money to make a serious run at it. So I didn't do bad considering that I was outspent like 20 or 30 to 1, by my by the people who were in the top 2 in the runoff. So yeah, now I know what it takes. You just can't run on a few $1,000s. You need many thousands of bucks. I need to reach out beyond just you awesome vegans who contributed to my campaign. I got to get some kind of political action committee together. I got to be able to raise some serious funds, because basically if you're running in Long Beach, you are running against the super well-funded Long Beach Police Department, who will pay the candidate of their choice. They'll give them $50,000, $100,000, whatever it takes to get their person on who's going to preserve their really high budgets. They take up approximately 50% of the Long Beach budget. Really, if you live here in Long Beach, half of our budget just goes to fund police services. I mean, that's pretty crazy. Anyway, let's get back to this here. Yeah, politics is very expensive, even on the local city level here. Seriously, all the people who won all the races this last year had campaign budgets well over $100,000. It was crazy. Huh, what are you talking about there, Eleni? But if you here in Australia that refused any cultural non-vegan practices personally and found ways to participate without cruelty, but don't understand those who don't refuse. Are you talking about politics there or something else? Just kind of curious. Run for president. I'd need so much money there, and I don't think my politics are really like, you know, what either party is looking for. I'm probably like too weird, you know, because I don't believe in party ideologies really. I've said this many times. I believe in just clear, rational thought. I don't need a party to tell me what my view is on any issue. I don't care what they say, either party. I just do what makes sense to me based on my research of, say, if it's a scientific issue, like say climate change. I don't know how this is politicized. Just check the science and see if it's real or not. You know, it's a fact. Just, you know, it's just check it. And same with like say ending subsidies for agriculture for you know, dairy, cheese, beef, cattle production. That's not a political issue. It makes basic sense. It's a rational idea, you know. So I think my ideas don't fit well with parties. That would offend probably both parties, right? Like ending agricultural subsidies. Or even you can run as an independent or libertarian, then for president you have zero chance of winning, basically zero chance, you know. So that's the problem there, you know. We are in a two-party system, and I don't think I would be good in a two-party system, because I just do what makes rational sense to me. And my views on climate change are vastly different than pretty much anyone who was like, you know, a serious candidate on, not the Republican Party obviously, but the Democratic Party. They were not talking about animal agriculture, you know. If anything, on the Democratic side, they're talking about, like, you know, fossil fuels, stuff like that, which is awesome. We got to talk about that. But no one wanted to address the elephant in the room, the number one source of greenhouse gas emissions, animal agriculture. No one wants to talk about that. But how can you seriously address climate change without addressing the number one cause of greenhouse gases? See what I'm saying? This is just rational thinking. But these issues become politicized, unfortunately. Just like getting a vaccine is politicized, you know. It's just nuts. So anyway, let's get back to me stop Brandon there. Hey, Angela in Germany. Wow, isn't it really late in Germany, or is it really early? Is it early? Did you get up really early? Because I thought it's like the middle of the night in Europe right now. Let's see, what's that VLAM? If I run for president, I'll be accused of shoving veganism down people's throats. I mean, here's the whole thing. I'm vegan. I'm really passionate about it, obviously, and I'm just giving people the information. I mean, wouldn't it be of interest to people to know that if they're interested in, like, say, doing something about climate change, that they need to look at their diets? The United Nations has said that the most greenhouse gas friendly diets are, number one, vegan, number two, vegetarian, and everything else beneath that. And this is to help fight climate change. I mean, people need to know. I don't know if I'm forcing people to be vegan. I'm just forcing people to understand the facts and information. I can't force anyone to do anything, right? I mean, how do you force anyone to do anything? But you can show people the information that's been hidden from them. I don't know why most people, unless you are following, like, you know, vegan channels, basically are blissfully unaware that the number one source of greenhouse gas emissions is animal agriculture. And this data comes from the United Nations. It's not just like some vegan made this up in their bedroom or something like this. These are objective facts. yeah, so that's my plan, is to share the info, and that's what I did when I ran for city council. I shared plenty of vegan facts because I ran as like climate change is one of my top priorities, and climate change is one of my talking points here on our live streams and our channel. So I was armed with all sorts of stuff. I made sure people, when they listen to me and when we talk about climate change, I brought up as much as I could, if it fit into the context of the discussion, animal agriculture's role. I don't think Angie's going to join tonight. She's editing a video, and I think she's going to take a bath, I think. But maybe next week. Next week will be like right around my birthday. So next week will be a special live stream. I assume we're going to do it because my birthday's like the day after the live stream. So anyway, let's see. What's that, Peter? In Canada, the Animal Protection Party gets accused all the time of shoving veganism down people's throats. Well, people can accuse that. I mean, people can say that about me, that I'm shoving veganism down people's throats. No, I'm, if anything, guilty of shoving information into people's brains. Fact-based information. I'm not just making nonsense up. I'm just sharing with you information that is true and fact-checkable. If you don't believe what I'm saying, I'll show you my resources. So if that is considered shoving veganism, and think about it, these reports from the United Nations, the one that says like greenhouse gas emissions, number one cause of climate change, animal agriculture, number one source of greenhouse gas emissions, it wasn't put out as vegan propaganda. They were just tabulating what's out there. It wasn't made to be a piece of vegan propaganda, just some evidence-based information. Let's see, Sean, how many birthdays do I get? Just one a year, but I try to like spread it out over a few days if I can. A gift for my birthday. Wow, that's really kind of you guys. Let's see. Really, a gift for my birthday would be, let's go give a donation to Stale Ranch Sanctuary. That would be a gift for my birthday here. I thought I had them up here. Let me get the link. Stale Ranch Sanctuary. If anyone wants to make a donation in my name, that would please me a lot here. Let me copy and paste the link down into the live chat. I think it's just saleranch.org. And if anyone makes a donation in my name, that would be awesome. How do I get my B12? Good question, Pro Knight. I think that's a good question because I don't think B12, as far as everything I've read and studied, is not a vegan issue. It's a people issue, modern human issue, because I've posted studies that show approximately 40% of Americans, 40%, that's roughly 2 out of 5 people, are either deficient or dangerously low in their B12 levels, which means unless you're getting your B12 checked regularly and you know that you're fine, unless you're one of those few people, that's really rare, you should just be taking a B12 supplement because there's a pretty good chance you're either low or dangerously low. So I for years, I didn't supplement. For my first 5 years as a vegan, I took no supplements. My B12 levels were fine, so I was doing it responsibly. All right, I just want to add that I was doing it responsibly. I knew I wasn't low. But anyway, after 5 years, I've been vegan 10 years now. After 5 years, I said, I'm going to start taking a supplement. It's cheap, it's non-toxic, it's a good thing to do. You don't want to get deficient B12. So I took a B12 sublingual spray for like 3 years or so. And then I started kind of backed off on the sublingual spray. I started just basically relying on the B12 that's in my vegan protein powder from Clean Machine. At the time, no one knew there was bioavailable B12 in it, but after a few years of me taking it, a major food company did a lab analysis of the duckweed. That's what it is. It's duckweed. It's not a bunch of weird chemicals. It's a whole food plant. And lo and behold, they found B12 in it. So I've been using that more as my B12 supplement. It's kind of like my protein because, I'm older. You need more protein when you're a little older. And I'm big and athletic. So, yeah, I get everything I need in there. So that's how my B12 is handled. But I've gone back to, for like a year, I didn't use any of the sublingual spray. Now I use it maybe once or twice a week, but as opposed to using it like every other day, which I was doing for a few years. Yeah, Vegan Pam, 67, right on. Yeah, people are often surprised too, especially if they see me at the gym playing basketball. I say, hey, don't knock me on the floor, man. I'm 53. You know, don't like charge, don't leap into my chest or anything like that, bro. Okay, Jess, yeah, B12 shot almost every month with your doctor. Yeah, that's probably the best, quickest way to get, strongest way to get B12 into if you really need to get some quickly, or if you need to get shots from your doctor. I've never done that, but I know that's very effective. Best tasting vegan cheese. Trying to be vegan and cheese is stopping you. Oh, Miranda, now is a perfectly great time to be vegan because 2021, there are so many vegan cheeses. Seriously. I mean, how about you guys share some of your favorites? But ones that come off the top of my head are Miyoko's, Miyokos, Follow Your Heart. What's that one? Violife with a V. There's always Daya. That's a good old-fashioned one. I don't like that one much anymore. But yeah, share there your favorite vegan cheeses. The reason why I'm having trouble thinking a whole bunch is we don't have vegan cheese all that much. But I think Follow Your Heart is one we get quite often. Miyoko's probably the best, but it's kind of expensive. Yeah, Miyoko's best cheddar. Yeah, a lot of those flavors are the best I've tried. And if you live in like Scotland, there's one from Scotland, Sheez. I think it's spelled Sheez, and I think you can find them in Canada now. They're really good. I forget about them because they're not being distributed much here in the United States. But whenever we see them at Natural Products Expo West, I'm always at their booth eating all their stuff. But yeah, let's see what you guys have. Any tips there? Yeah, same ones I'm putting out there. But yeah, there's so much vegan cheese. Just go to your supermarket and check out what vegan cheeses they have. Go to different supermarkets and you'll probably find a few different brands and flavors. But there's so many options now and they're good. Vegan cheese, like 10 years ago was pretty good. 30 years ago sucked. I remember when I tried my first vegetarian soy cheese. It was horrible. It was disgusting even. But now they're friggin' delicious. And, if you slapped some cheese on, like, say, a Beyond Burger, gave it to some of your non-vegan friends, they wouldn't know they're eating all vegan stuff there. That's how good it is. Not good, but, like, believably, like, it tastes like what you would think it would taste like. Cool, Miranda. Glad we got you some tips there. V-Lam, you're joking. Vegan cheeses are elitist. I know you're joking there. Yeah, old vegan cheese from like the past when I first tried it in the 90s tasted like cardboard. It had the taste and texture of cardboard. It wouldn't melt. It was horrible. Travis, am I interested in the Olympics at all? I'm not right now. Maybe I'll watch some later, but I don't know. I have no interest right now. It doesn't mean I won't. If I catch something that interests me, like say surfing, skateboarding, basketball, tennis, something like that, I'll check it out. Probably. But I don't even know what channels it's on or anything, to be honest with you. Vegan mayonnaise. Yeah, we've had some vegan mayonnaises in our past. There's just that simple one from Trader Joe's they had all those years, I thought, right? I can't remember. Yeah, we don't buy mayonnaise hardly ever, Uncle Wallet. So I can't give any recommendations. I thought Follow Your Heart made one that we've used before. Gosh, you guys could probably help me out here. Yeah, I believe surfing's in the Olympics, Peter. All right. Cool, you're going to buy some tomorrow, Miranda? Awesome. See, if that's the only thing holding you back from being vegan, you've picked the right time. Because like I said, there's great vegan cheeses now, which was not always the case. Yeah, Best Foods. Yeah, Hillman's, they have a vegan mayo. Or just mayo. The guys that made just egg. I don't think they make the mayo anymore. But yeah, there's some good vegan mayos out there for sure. Target has their own vegan mayo now too. See, it's pretty easy to find vegan mayo. A brand in Australia, Illinois. What's that? That does gourmet cheese. So fantastic. Blue cheese. Pricey, but so good. I know what you mean. Some of the stuff can be pricey, but not all of it. Like Miyoko's. Really good, really pricey, but you can get vegan cheeses that are not quite as pricey. You didn't like the Trader Joe's vegan mayo? I actually don't remember what it tasted like. I just kind of remember having it in the past. I'm sure there's better stuff than that, Uncle Walt. I'm with you, Grayman babies. Forget vegan cheese. Vegan ice cream is the most believable. I'm with you on that. Yeah. If I'm gonna eat something a little bit more that's a little more naughty, a little more like saturated fat content, yeah, I'll save it up for like a special occasion with some ice cream for sure. Some good vegan ice cream. Unfortunately, yeah, most good vegan ice creams are made with coconut oil. Let's see, Tracy, anyone try the Kind vegan ice cream? That sounds like something we tried in the past and I don't remember. It rings a bell. I guess they don't have a big presence. I was looking for Cotto at the market the other day at Whole Foods. I remember we used to buy it there and they don't have it anymore. Bummer. Oh, I didn't know that V-Lamb expensive in Hong Kong. But you could be like us, so you really don't need to have vegan cheese. If Miranda wants some to help her transition, for sure. But once you're vegan, like we are, been vegan for a long time, you find you don't really need vegan cheeses anymore. You'll appreciate the flavors of whatever we're gonna put the cheese on anyway. That should satisfy you. And usually the vegan cheeses are, have coconut oil, higher in saturated fat, which can raise your LDL cholesterol like it does in me. So, yeah, many reasons why not to get the vegan cheese. Save some money. They're usually not the healthiest foods in the world for you. Don't talk about vegan ice cream right now, guys, please. That's making me a little hungry. I'm with you, Graven. Yeah, you just don't need it. I think the foods taste better without them, too. Once in a while we'll get it. It's not like I abstain from vegan cheese completely, but it's just not like something we buy regularly. It's like a special thing, like ice cream. Even maybe more rare than ice cream for us. Hey, Ozzy Oz from Southwest Virginia. Welcome. Thanks for joining. I don't remember seeing you before. Glad you came, hang out, see what we do here. Hey, Jess.
Did you try the vegan jerky? Was it good? I haven't found any I like yet.
Yeah. In fact, we've had a few taste tests. Go to our channel page and just search for like jerky. Yeah, we've done a few taste tests of vegan jerky before. In fact, a brand just sent me some. I was almost got the box and was going to eat it with you guys tonight, but I thought that would be rude because I know Angie wanted to test it out with me, and I'm a pig. I'll just eat it all. But ones you can find in a lot of markets. What's that brand? Like the Louisville brand? Is it Louisville Slugger or Louisville something like that? They've got some really nice flavors. That's one I used to like a lot in the past. Some of you guys could share your other ones, but I've tried many vegan jerkies. There's so many different kinds. You got to try some. Some are made out of soy, some are made out of mushrooms. They're flavored differently, but yeah, some have some are drier, some are more moist. Let's see if you guys have any. Pan's mushroom jerky is one you should be able to find now. I know they've expanded. Soy curls. Yeah, Tracy got us into soy curls. That's like a jerky-like substance. But yeah, look for that Louisville brand. I think if you're looking for like a traditional jerky, something that reminds you of beef jerky, that's pretty close. Just get the original flavor. You know how they have most brands have 10 flavors. Just get the original, whatever, just the basic jerky flavor. Check that out. What political YouTube channels do I like? I don't watch too many. Sometimes Young Turks. Brian Tyler Cohen. Do you guys know him? I've been watching him for quite a while. I don't watch everything, obviously. Just he's in my subscription feed. So if something looks interesting, but I don't really get my political information from YouTube all that often. I guess you could consider some of those late night comedy guys, like Jimmy Fallon and Jimmy Kimmel, those guys, Colbert, I suppose you can call them news, comedy and news mixed together. But would I run for office again, powered by plants? Yeah, I would definitely consider it. Depends on what's happening in my life at the time. If I really can honestly devote time, because to do it seriously, you just don't phone it in. It's like another job basically, and more importantly, or equally as importantly, that it's well funded. Because if I were to do it again, I want to make sure I have a fighting chance of winning. I don't want to be outspent by my opponents by like 20 or 30 to 1. So yeah, if I can make it all happen, I would definitely consider it. Hey Tracy, thanks for joining us God, I've been on a long time, Tracy. You've been here an hour and a half. I told you, stay as long as you can. I'm probably gonna go pretty soon. I've been on an hour and a half now. I started at 6, it's 7:30 now. And gotta start thinking about dinner and stuff like that. See what Angie's up to. But yeah, thanks Tracy. Appreciate you moderating and banning a hater, a hateful troll. So, awesome. And always good to see you and your comments. And you're always helping everyone out too. Cherry Garcia is the best vegan Pam, or is there a better one? I mean, depends. It's all preference. I mean, Cherry Garcia was one of my favorite ice cream flavors of all time, and I was extremely delighted to see them, Ben and Jerry's make the dairy-free version. So, it depends. Graven Babies told us that fish food was out finally, a vegan version, so that's great too. But there's so many great brands of ice cream, guys. Seriously, talk about vegan cheese. There's even just better vegan ice creams, I think, as Graven Baby was saying. Yeah, and Tracy. There's just so much great vegan ice cream right now. It's crazy good. Peter, 15-hour live streams? No way. You guys are telling me that Vegan Gains is like every day going on for like 12-hour live streams? I mean, are you joking or are you guys serious? Because how do you live your life unless you just show everything you're doing and just keep a camera on? That's, one way of doing it. But yeah, that's pretty hardcore. Yes, yeah, I leave the live streams up. I take them down from our homepage. I make them what's known as unlisted, which means if you have the link or, you got the notification, you can always click it and watch it again forever, basically. But they're just not on our homepage. So yeah, I don't take them down. Yeah, Uncle Walt, fish food. Fish as in the band, the jam band. PHISH, fish, that kind of fish food ice cream. And I think there's some little bits in there that look like a little chocolate fish or something like that. And there's caramel. It's really good. I shouldn't talk about it right now when I'm a little hungry. I'm hungry, man. I played basketball. I was at the gym for 2 hours and 10 minutes yesterday. I didn't play any games of basketball, but I was working hard on the court, doing lots of drills and practice. So I expended a lot of calories. Today I did leg stuff in the garage gym, which burns, just through energy, just lifting, deadlifts and stuff like that. So I'm probably hungrier than normal today, and I'm always pretty hungry. Let's see. Who do I hate? I don't really hate. I may dislike some people, but I don't try not to have hate in my heart, because hate is just hate is toxic. It's toxic to hold hate, to express hate, hate onto others. So yeah. How much music do I play on the daily? You talking about like listening or like guitar? Let me know. Let's see. Did I record any like working out? Not really. I usually don't turn the camera on. Just usually kind of my routine. I just go and do my thing. Yeah, Graven Baby. You love fish food too, huh? So good. The marshmallow parts are your favorites, and the little fish too. So good. I can't disagree with that, Graven Babies. Yeah, G-Light, hate is toxic. So yeah, if I might dislike someone, I try not to go into a dark place and like turn it into hate. Like say Joe Rogan. I don't hate Joe Rogan, or any of those idiots that make dumb videos about me like VD. I don't hate VD. I think she's really just kind of I watch myself here. Let's get out there. I think what she's doing is complete crap. It's just totally just pointless and unethical to make videos about people just completely lying about them, making crap up just so you can make money and spread hate. I think that's just completely stupid and just a horrible way to create content and try to make a living. That sucks. But anyway, I don't hate her. I just think she's a bad person. Are you watching VD? If you are, that's how I really feel about you. If you want to like make videos that actually are based in fact other than your stupid opinions that have no basis in reality, like, oh, look at Ryan. I freezed the frame rate, it looks like that. You know, in 2 seconds later, I look like this, you know? Look at, he's vegan, that's why he looks like this. You know, it's just stupid. Oh, look at Ryan. He's going bald. He's the same age as Joe Rogan and Sean Baker, but his vegan diet has made all his hair fall. Just stupid nonsense like that. You know, it's just, that doesn't do anyone good. I mean, there's probably a good reason why she hides her privacy, right? So people don't know her real name and make videos about her, just saying, look at how unattractive she is, or look at how her thing is not perfect. Am I libertarian? No, Kay Farna, I said I'm an independent thinker. Read Plato's Republic. He talks about the philosopher king. And not to say that's what I am, but that's what I strive to be. I strive to be, as far as like politics go, an independent thinker, someone who thinks through issues non-partisan, in a non-partisan way, using objective, rational thought. And these things, I mean, are just devoid of bias. You're just using objective, rational thought. That's so some ideas are just not are not palatable to any major political party. Like my views on climate change. Yeah, you'll see the Democrats say, yeah, we're all about fighting climate change. Yet none of them will address the number one source of greenhouse gas emissions. Let alone the Republicans who try to deny it. I'm not bagging on it. I'm just saying these are objective facts. One party seems to embrace it, other seems to deny it. Even though the party that embraces it is in denial about animal agriculture being the number one source of greenhouse gas emissions. And I firmly believe if you're truly going to address climate change, you have to address the number one cause of greenhouse gas emissions. So again, I'm an independent thinker. I don't need a party to tell me what to think. I want the party to think objectively. Yeah, I think for myself, but I don't think for myself like, you know, anyone could think for themselves. Like a fruitarian could think for themselves. Yes, cooked food is poison. Soon as food is heated past 118 degrees, all nutrients have been removed. The food is devoid of all nutrition and you'll become malnourished. And if you eat the cooked food, it is toxic. It will toxify you, toxemia. I mean, you can think for yourself, but those thoughts aren't based in fact. I'm a thinker that bases his thoughts on reality, evidence-based information. Objective thought, independent thought, but objective thought grounded in reality. You know, objective science. Philosopher King channel. That'd be awesome. Oh, really? Butterfield made a video about me? Recently or old, Peter? Maybe he's butthurt because I put him on the thumbnail of our recent video where we showed out. Did you see our video from, I think it was this week or last week? Yeah, last week. The 5 worst anti-vegan arguments of all time. And Mr. Butterfield had the distinction of having one of the worst anti-vegan arguments of all time. He's the one that made what I have coined, Angie and I have coined, the combine harvester argument. You guys have all heard the combine harvester argument, right? It's because of us vegans. Those combine harvesters go out there and grind up all the deer and rabbits. There is no agenda to tax anyone, DJ1220. It's an objective fact that the number one source of greenhouse gas emissions is animal agriculture. How does that mean to tax someone? If anything, it's telling people, hey, stop eating all those damn animals. They don't want to die and it's just killing our planet. It's too resource heavy. Eat plants. How is that a tax agenda? Just stop eating animals. See what I'm saying? You're thinking too much through party biases, political party biases. Think objectively here. There's nothing about taxing people to convince them to eat fewer animals. Nothing, there's no taxes in there. It's just you're thinking too in the box. That's why I'm talking about having an independent way of thinking that is not influenced by political parties. Let's see. People don't care for unbiased science. Maybe so, huh? I don't know. Maybe I'm too weird. My favorite place outside of California that I've been to, I kind of fancy Hawaii. What else? Yeah, maybe Hawaii. Not that I've been there much. I've only been there 3 times in my life. Only once with Angie. Peter, start my own party. No, I mean, there's plenty of, third parties here in the United States, but they're always going to be third parties here. Even like ones that can have some size to them, like say the Green Party. It's still peanuts. It's a drop in the bucket, money-wise and power, political reach-wise, compared to the two major parties. So yeah, starting your own party, it takes a long time. That's what like the Humane Party's doing. They're trying to do party building, and literally it takes decades. I would be a very old man before, if I were to start a party or hop on a new party like that, it would take decades. I'd be too old. I'd be like Joe Biden in Trump's age before the party might even have a chance of getting off the ground. So I'm not into like spending 30 years to try to get a party happening. I mean, it'd be great, but I don't think I'm the guy to start a party and build it up to like a viable national contender level. Uncle Walt, you've never been to Hawaii. Is it that much better than Long Beach? It's just different. It's just like, they're islands. It's a chill pace of life, Polynesian culture, really good food there. The soils are volcanic. They produce amazing produce, amazing fruits, great beaches, surfing. It's like a paradise of sorts. Angie's not too keen on the humidity, though. The tropical humidity. It makes her hair all frizzy and stuff, but I don't mind that. Yeah, so anyone could try to start their own party. If you have the resources, you can jumpstart it much quicker than someone like me who's not like a millionaire or billionaire. Wow, yeah, 5 parties in Canada? So that's great. I'm assuming that having 5 parties rather than just 2 here brings a bit more diversity of ideas to the table. Because here it's kind of like they're not that different, really. I mean, I don't want to get too much into it, but yeah, we could use some more parties to get a diversity of ideas out there. Yeah, things do generally cost more in Hawaii. Things usually cost more on islands. Most things are shipped in. But, I mean, food has grown there. I mean, not for the masses, but yeah, there's plenty of farming happening on the islands. And, yeah, it's really high quality food. I don't remember their farmers market prices being any different than any farmers markets I've seen in California. But, yeah, I'm sure imported food, you're paying a tax to get, import, not import, but, the transportation costs. Uncle Walt, I have no idea what's going to happen with the GOP. I have no idea. It's in a mess right now. Let's see. What's that, Peter? The Animal Protection Party has no members in Parliament. See, as I'm talking, it's hard to get a new party going. Let's see. You have to go to bed, Heidi. Well, thanks for joining. Thanks for being here with us. This is what we do on Friday nights. Next Friday, assuming we don't go anywhere for my birthday, because my birthday's the next day, we'll have like a sort of Ryan's birthday like live stream next Friday. Let's see. Did I drink much when I was younger? Yeah, I drank a lot more. I was never like alcoholic type drunk or anything like that, but it was like going out on the weekends kind of drinking, like going to clubs and dancing and stuff like that. Instead of like doing ecstasy and stuff, I would just have some beer or something like that. A Mickey's 40-ounce fine malt liquor, yeah, it wasn't something I did every day. There was a little period when I lived in San Francisco where like maybe like a week or so I drank every day. I was going out a lot, going out to a lot of clubs, and after like a week of doing it, I go, this is horrible. I feel like crap, so I stopped doing that. But yeah, I was like, that was something I did more when I was younger, mainly on weekends. And now it's like special occasions. Like I said, I'm thinking about, going to that bar at the Disneyland Hotel and getting maybe one of the rum-filled Dole Whips, just because I've never had one before. Mark, have I studied any of the philosophical pessimists? Like, who are you talking about? I mean, I've studied, the history of philosophy from the pre-Socratics up to stuff happening right now. So yeah, let me know who you're talking about. And the optimist versus pessimist. Like, who are you talking about? Usually that's not an issue, at least in Western philosophy. Yeah, let me know who you're talking about. Yeah, I'm not recommending anyone do ecstasy or anything. I'm so sad to hear that, Jill. Your daughter's friend OD'd on it. Yeah, I had an unpleasant experience one time when I thought I was taking ecstasy. I got it from a friend, some friend, and she ended up giving me what I assumed was crystal meth, which I don't do. I never sought it out before, but I was like up for like 3 days, and it sucked. Okay, yeah, I've studied all of those philosophers there, Mark. Yeah. Spinoza. I like Spinoza's conception of the universe and God. Probably the best conception of that in all of Western philosophy. I didn't know Schopenhauer, Kant. Did you have Hegel in that list there too? And Nietzsche. I didn't know those were considered pessimists. I mean, they're known for lots of stuff. I guess you can categorize them as that. I have to think about that. But yeah, I studied all those guys for sure back in the day. And I just got a super chat tip there from K. Farnan. Thank you. Good work. Keep it up. Thank you so much for your guys' super chat tip. Now I have a dilemma to make, man. Should I get a pizza tonight? Because we got one last week. Let me see how we're doing on the pizza fund here. Let's see. Oh yeah, we could definitely get a pizza tonight if we want to do it. So yeah, thanks guys. Thank you so much. I'll let Angie know that a pizza is an option tonight, or maybe we'll save it and have dinner out soon. Like go to a restaurant, because the pizza would be something I go and pick up and bring back. I guess we could try to dine in there. I don't know. We'll see. Let me think about that. But yeah, thank you, K. Faman. Am I pronouncing your name right? K. Farnan. Thanks, K. Farnan. Thank you so much for your super chat tip there. Oh, that's safe to show there, Sean. Let me show your icons there. I'm not sure why the bot was holding those back to get approved. Wow, Peter, you know a guy that did Whip It balloons and now they're permanently in a wheelchair? Was that from doing the Whip It balloons, or they did Whip It balloons and then something else happened to them that caused them to be in the wheelchair? Just curious. Thanks, Peter. No, we're not. If we do get the pizza tonight, you know we're not going to get the pesto garlic pizza. Hey, babe, we can have pizza tonight if we want. I don't think she heard me. Let me text her. Let me text my wife there, Angie. We can do pizza tonight if we want. Let her know. I think she's in the bath. I think I hear her blasting music out there. Let's see. Hey Megan, you tripping on the haircut? Where have you been? I've had this for a few weeks now, so I'm glad you're back watching. Yeah, I'm enjoying having new hair here. I even took the headphones off. I just have them on my desk here. I have them cranked up to like 10, so I can hear the rings and dings and all that when they happen. But I just thought I'd share my hair and it's full, like uncovered by headphone glory here. Cool, Megan. Well, welcome back. Welcome back. Glad you're digging the new hair. I'm digging the new hair. It's perfect for summer, and I just needed to cut off all that dry hair and start with new, nice, totally healthy, fresh hair. Mark, you've been thinking about veganism and philosophy, like some kind of like separately, or veganism and philosophy together? Kind of curious. What kind of vegan philosophical thoughts have you been having? Curious, because those are two interests of mine. So share, please. What plants grow hair? Do any plants grow hair? I don't think any do, huh? Megan, what year was I born in? I'm 53. I'll be 54 later on, really soon. Oh Oh, coconuts are hairy on the shell, huh? Is that hair or just something kind of looks like hair? Huh? I don't think it's like a hair follicle and, with hair growing out, right? Let me know. I'm not a biologist or anything of the sort. Let's see. Venus flytrap? Kiwi? Huh. Bow's Cure, you're going to be 30. Oh, pretty soon. Well, you're born like a day before Joe Rogan's birthday, even though he was born the same year as me. But yeah, just letting you know, you're just one day off from Rogan's birthday. I always make that point because people say, like, I look so horrible for my age. Veganism has like wrecked my face or skin and aged me rapidly and made me bald. I like to point out, Joe Rogan and I are just born 10 days apart the same year. I'm like 8 or 9 days older than Rogan. And I think I'm doing pretty good in comparison. Not to say he looks horrible or anything like that, but I think, putting us next together, it's not like, ooh, that vegan guy, time hasn't been kind to him. I kind of remember Joe Rogan's birthday because I just remember the fact we were born about 9-10 days apart. So as long as I can remember my birthday, I can remember Joe's birthday. That's why I don't like him so I know his birthday. I just wanted to compare me to him because many times people will say, oh, you're a vegan. It's aged you rapidly. It looks so horrible. I go, do I look like that much older than Joe Rogan? I don't think so. At worst, I think we look around the same age. I think I might look a little younger, but I don't think I look like his dad or anything like that. Like I could be his dad. Let's see. Just a nobody. I have a question about my video on Life with Beans. Chloe's video was long. What are you talking about here? But I would have liked to have seen you comment that her breastfeeding thing. I mean, I told, she even said in the video, like the first 10 of the 25 minutes was talking about the breastfeeding thing. She said that, correct me if I'm wrong, just a nobody, but she said she found out because of whatever condition she had, I forgot what it was called, that she found out she has trouble lactating and found out that she needed more protein in her diet. I remember her saying higher protein or something like that. She didn't say meat because meat isn't synonymous with protein. So that's why I didn't address it. Just like, okay, she needed more protein. She could have ate more legumes, have some chickpeas. You can have some, like what I do, like a protein powder that's, made out of a whole food plant. So there's, if you need to up your protein, that doesn't mean you need to eat like meat or anything like that, right? She's a vegetarian still, right? So she's not eating super high protein foods in abundance anyway. So that's why I didn't address it. It wasn't to be disingenuous, just because if you need to up your protein, you can do it as a vegan. I've upped my protein as a vegan. You can tweak your diet. You can have more or less. Buffering. Wait a moment. Let's see. Let me hit refresh. Okay. All right. All right, cool. I was getting buffering. All right, I don't know what's going on there, but that's my whole answer. I wasn't trying to be deceitful or disingenuous. All I would have said, hey, you just eat more high protein plants. I don't think her doctor said, oh, your lactation issue. Oh, you need to eat meat now, right? She never said that. So that's why I didn't address that, because it just didn't seem relevant, because she was putting the excuses on her children eating cake at school, non-vegan cake. She's putting the excuses on how she couldn't go out with friends. People didn't want to invite her out because it would be too much trouble to satisfy her vegan needs or something like that. That's what she was actually complaining about, how it gave her mental, what was she calling it? I forgot. She said it wasn't good for her mental health or something like that. These were the actual reasons. She's clearly said that why she didn't go vegan. What she said about the lactating thing was that those were things that led up to, but were not the primary reasons. Like they're secondary, tertiary reasons. So I addressed the primary reasons. So that's it. It wasn't to be deceitful, just so I didn't want to have a 30-minute video. My video was already like 16, nearly 17 minutes, and I don't like to go too long. So is there what? Is there, I'm curious because I've only breastfed. I never needed anything else. I'm not sure what you guys are talking about there, but what was I going to say? What was I going to say? I didn't see Angie's chat. I think my computer was like freaking out right then. Anyway, yeah. Okay, see what I'm saying there? Just a nobody. Yeah, when I do these response videos to these people why I'm no longer vegan, I'm not trying to be deceitful. I have to like go through usually a really long video because anytime anyone makes a why I'm no longer vegan video, they're long videos. They just don't say it in like 4 minutes. It usually takes them 20, 30 minutes to say all the stuff they gotta say. It's a long stuff. So I don't want my video to be long as or longer. So I'm just trying to find their most salient points that they're trying to make, the primary reasons why they claim they can no longer be vegan, and stick to that. But yeah, she could always had more protein, by tweaking her vegan diet. I've changed my macronutrient ratios. It's not impossible to do. It's not even that hard to do. Let's see. Hey Anna, what's up? Thanks, Ellen. You thought it was a good video? I thought I addressed her points very fairly, even though I was annoyed while I was making it because those excuses are just bugging me so bad. I mean, if you don't want to be vegan, just don't be vegan, but don't make all these dumb excuses. Oh, I can't be vegan because there's cake at school for my young kid. Like, how does that prevent a grown adult from being vegan? That your young kid might on occasion be offered a non-vegan cake that he feels bummed or she feels bummed that she can't participate in with the rest. And how does that affect you as a grown adult at home not being offered non-vegan cakes? How does that make you not vegan? It makes zero sense. I can't believe people make videos saying stuff like this, that they can't be vegan because of that cake at school that sometimes gets offered there. I don't know. It is baloney. It is malarkey, Sean. I'm with you. Brian Young, what do I recommend? It feels like a constant brain fog. What are you doing, Brian Young? Because I don't have constant brain fog. Are you vegan? Are you vegetarian? Like, what's a typical day of eating? What's your typical day of exercise like? I'm not a dietitian. I'm not a doctor. But if you tell me something that comes out like a red flag of something weird, I'll let you know. But there's no connection between being vegan and having brain fog. In fact, I probably have more energy, mental and physical energy now than I did 11 years ago when I wasn't vegan. So yeah, this is just a kind of a myth you hear from some of these anti-vegans that there's vegan brain fog is a thing. It's not a thing. There's such a thing as brain fog. In fact, I did a whole video about this, responding to the nonsense from the channel known as VD. It is a thing. You can have brain fog from all sorts of issues, but veganism isn't one of them. It's just a made up thing. But yeah, I'm not just saying it is possible you can be vegan and have brain fog, but it's not from being vegan. It's from one of the dozen issues that I highlighted on the episode. So yeah, maybe you have some sleep issues. I forgot. It's been like over a year and a half or two since I made this video. I remember sleep was one of them. Maybe stress. There was some maybe pregnancy hormonal things that can cause it. I forgot. But yeah, you can be vegan and have these hormonal issues, or you can be vegan and have stress and stuff like that, or sleep issues. Yeah, do you eat enough calories? Good first question. That was the first thing I wondered, Ilani. If you're vegan and you think it's some kind of way to look shredded and have like this lean body, you might intentionally or not be under eating. So if that's the case, that could be a cause of brain fog. If you don't have enough energy, you're not going to feel good. So that's one thing to check out there. Are you hydrated or dehydrated? You should be drinking lots of water, especially in the summertime if you live in the northern hemisphere. Yeah, water fasting. Good point, Peter. If you're doing things like that, if you're doing weird things, like, being vegan doesn't mean you have to water fast. It doesn't mean you have to be fruitarian. Things like this. These are kind of extreme weird things that have nothing to do with being vegan. Being vegan means you're in it because you find it morally wrong to harm animals, especially because it's absolutely unnecessary, because we have all these great plant foods that are not only going to keep you alive, they'll keep you thriving and super healthy if you eat good foods. Yeah, you could just eat Oreos all day and call yourself vegan and save the animals, and that's cool, but you might have some brain fog if you're just eating Oreos and potato chips 24/7. So yeah, things like water fasting, these are just people freelancing. They think they know better. You're like, oh, I'm vegan, but I'm going to water fast. I'm vegan, but I'm going to just juice fast. These aren't part of being vegan. This is something that these people are doing on their own for whatever reasons, good or bad. Some people have perfectly legitimate reasons. Most don't, but I've heard some. So anyway, what I'm saying is, as long as you're just eating a balanced, sensible vegan diet, you shouldn't have brain fog. Unless you have some of those other like dozens or so issues that can cause brain fog that I discussed in my prior videos. Well, a fruit-based diet is different than eating only fruit. I eat a ton of fruit, but I don't eat only fruit. I had a bunch of bananas this morning after my workout, and then I'm having other stuff all day. If we were meant to be fruitarian, why is it that 50% of females who are raw vegan lose their periods? That should tell you something right off the bat, that being, would you put it there, is optimal for health? Well, having half the women not be able to have a period is not optimal for the survival of a species. Darwinism, whatever you want to call it, we would not be here if half the women were not able to have periods. So that should show you something right there, that it's not, at least for right now, it's not working out for most people. But it does. Works out for some people. If you're a fruitarian and you're thriving on it, awesome. I just want to let people know, if you're really vegan, you're here for the animals, you don't have to do all this weird stuff. If you want to do it, cool. And, there's some risk to it, a lot of risk to it. But if it works out for you, cool, but why bother? What's this? Vulganizator, you're drunk now. Cool. And you want to hear me saying a word on alcohol. What do you want me to say on alcohol? I talked about alcohol. I'm hoping to have a drink on my birthday next weekend. Not this weekend, but next weekend. I had Angie and I shared a nice little margarita Wednesday evening. So follow us on Instagram, Happy Healthy Vegan. You see a nice, great shot of me and my beautiful wife sharing a great margarita and then going out on a little nature walk after. So yeah, we have it on rare occasion. We had it there because it was a great restaurant. We'd never been to that Gracias Madre before, and it was a nice warm summer day. It was perfect. But we definitely didn't get drunk sharing a little margarita between the two of us. Yeah, Travis, yeah, if you're living in a fruit field jungle, you can walk out here, there's a mango tree, a banana tree, or whatever, just pulling fruit down. Awesome. Maybe then I'd live off primarily fruit. But yeah, out here, here's the thing about fruitarianism and all that. What is the valid reason for never eating, say, potatoes? What is the valid reason for never eating legumes? And the list goes on and on. What's the valid reason for never having steamed broccoli? No one's ever got a disease from eating steamed broccoli. It doesn't cause heart disease or diabetes. No one gets similar diseases from having potatoes, sweet potatoes. Longest lived people in the world, Okinawans. Diet primarily comprised of sweet potatoes. That's a vast majority of their calories come from that. So it's just completely nonsensical to avoid perfectly healthy foods. How should you deal with friends and family gaslighting you? Ooh, that's a tough one. I mean, when people just try to throw bullshit at me, I actually show them the facts and information. If they're not listening, I'm saying, look, you just don't believe in actual evidence-based information. So we can't really have a conversation about anything. If you're going to believe in fantasy and just make crap up like, oh, vegans are all deficient in protein and blah, blah, like, no, there's no such thing. If they're just going to gaslight that, it's hard to have a conversation. Let's see. If Tony Wright wants to eat nothing but fruit, bless his soul. If it works for him, awesome, you know, but it doesn't work for most people. And again, there's absolutely no reason. I've never heard Tony produce a valid argument as to how having some steamed broccoli is going to take a day off your life, how having potatoes is going to take a day off of your life. They'll make stuff up like, oh, I've heard some raw fruitarian leaders say, oh, it's mucus causing food. Like, what does that mean? I eat potatoes all the time. I don't have a bunch of mucus. You know, anyway, they'll just make stuff up like that. But yeah, I'd like to see any valid science that shows eating a potato will cause heart disease, diabetes, stroke, emphysema, most common forms of cancer. It doesn't do anything negative to you. So there's actually no point on eliminating those foods entirely from your diet, unless you have some weird ideological reasons why you want to, but they're not based in science or actual real objective health information. Mark, where should you start if you want to give up meat? You've already given up high fructose corn syrup. Where should you start? Well, we got our books here. The Happy Healthy Vegan Cookbook on shop.happyhealthyvegan.org. Just simple whole food plants. They're not like fancy schmancy meals. Just stuff that we, been eating around our house. We have desserts. We have, snacks. We got like foods from all different kinds, like Asian inspired, Latin inspired, some from Africa, Europe, America, all over the place here. Shop.happyhealthyvegan.org. We'll even sign it for you. And we have an ebook version, and we have a print book, which I was just holding up for you there. So that's a great place to start. Well, the reason why I'm telling you to start with something like that, it doesn't have to be our book, but I think our book is really well put together for easy meals they're good for you. You just need some go-to meals to get started, just because right now it might seem like you're landing on Mars if you're vegan, and it shouldn't be like that. I mean, for us, it's not. Every day I know what I'm going to eat. That's what you need to do. It should be boring being vegan. It shouldn't be like, whoa, this is so weird, I have no idea what to eat. We have a bunch of ideas there for you. So just get some, like a few go-to meals. You don't have to know too many. Have a go-to breakfast, a go-to lunch, a couple go-to dinners. That'll get you through for the first few weeks. Then maybe add a few more the next month or something like that. Just make sure getting food isn't weird for you. It should just be like, just need to learn a few things, just tweak a few things in what you buy and how you prepare it, and you're set. Especially now in 2021. If you need some fake meats, you can get those. If you go out to a restaurant, depending on where you live, most places you can find vegan options or vegan restaurants too. So it's not terribly hard. And yeah, see, a lot of people here have the book and they know what I'm talking about. I'm just not making crap up here. This is just good, pretty easy to make food. Some of it just all in one pot. You don't have to have like a bunch of pans on the stove. Just throw a bunch of stuff together. And some recipes are Instapot friendly. If you have an Instapot, just throw it all together in a pot, set it, and forget it. Hey, Race, what are you talking about? They're good to see you, Race. Yeah, Tracy was on earlier, and here's Race Lever. I'll be going soon, Race. I've been going 2 hours and 7 minutes, and let's see how I'm in my computer battery life here. Ooh, okay, I'm not down to the warning yet, but I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to be doing this live stream, considering I started over 2 hours ago, but good to see you, Race. You have a vegan cookbook coming out in about 16 years, powered by plants, so it should be pretty kick-ass by then, huh? Let's see, DJ 1220. Do I think Raw Christina is legit? In like what sense? And I haven't seen any. I never really watched. Are you talking about Fully Raw Christina? Is that still her channel name? Is she still raw? I don't know. I didn't watch her back when I kind of knew her a little bit, and I definitely haven't seen anything from her in like maybe 5-6 years. So I have no idea what she's doing. Is she getting married or has a boyfriend now or something like that? But I don't really know what she's up to. Okay, yeah, Britney Spears does not need a conservatorship. She's perfectly fine, functioning adult. I don't understand this archaic law. Hey,
Pizza
Hawkins,
Fund.
Thank you for contributing to the Pizza Fund. I guess we'll get something tonight, for sure. We'll get something. Angie let me, the Long Beach sushi place is open till 9, but I don't have enough time to get there. It's kind of on the furthest part of Long Beach from us here, as opposed to the pizza place, like 8, 9, 10 minutes away. The sushi place is more like 20 minutes, all on street. So thank you, Hawkins. So, oh man, I didn't see how much it was for. Oh my God, that's like almost a pizza right there. So thank you so much. You guys are so amazing. Thank you, guys. Yeah, I'll definitely get something tonight then. It's JS. They've been testing the vaccines ever since like last year. I mean, there's already well-known long-term effects of having COVID. I've talked to several people who 6 months later, they still don't have their sense of taste and smell back. And that's due to the virus causing some forms of neurological damage. Not like where you're paralyzed, but some parts of your brain that control taste and smell have been affected. People that have long-term chronic fatigue, like a year later. So they've been testing the vaccines pretty much like since like what, last year in I think April is when they started phase 1 trials. Anyway, there's nothing that is known yet. So, I mean, but there's very known. Here's the thing. Why wait to see if there's some maybe potential unknown long-term effects from vaccines when there's already very well-known, well-documented long-term effects from COVID? You know what I'm saying? Those are very real and actual, while there may or may not be any. I mean, I'm great. Everything's fine. I don't feel any weird. The microchips haven't activated yet or anything like that. So, just pointing out there the difference between actual long-term effects and possible long-term effects. Like, what can really happen? Like, grow a second head, or I'm being facetious there. But I'm saying it's listen to the scientists. Yeah, go for it, JS. If you're on the fence, pretty much all the vegan doctors I follow, doctor like say Garth Davis, Daniel Belardo, and the whole like Dr. Angie. They look at the science and they show there's pretty much no reason not to take it. See, Ballast Crew, oh man, I didn't know you had COVID. You had COVID, and glad I got the vaccine because you never want to go through that again. I've heard that from many people, even people like you, still that are young in your 20s. Like they think, it doesn't really affect young people. Yes, I've known people in their 20s. I've seen some world-class athletes, like just laid out. They couldn't play their sport again for weeks. So it's something to take seriously, not just be flipping about. Your chip didn't activate yet either. I'm waiting, Sean, for that chip to activate. I'm waiting for those 5G superpowers to activate inside me. Maybe I can dunk again. I don't know anything about chiropractic therapy, to be honest with you, for fixing posture. I mean, isn't that what they do? They work on like spinal imperfections and correct them. I mean, I've never really gone, so you're asking the wrong person here. Well, the thing about diabetes, heart attack, and stroke is, more people I thought died of those last year combined, but if you have heart disease and you're in a room with someone, or if you have diabetes and you're in a room with someone, you don't give it to them. You don't transmit it to them. Those are diseases that arise from lifestyle choices in an individual person, and they don't transmit to other people. So it's a little different there. There's things you can do to prevent heart disease and diabetes, stroke. One thing is going vegan, that's the distinction between the two. It's not a fair comparison. You can't transmit heart disease to an innocent person sitting next to you. Let's see, Jess, COVID knocked you on your bum for months. Yeah, when was the last time a cold or flu did that to you? Is potato milk a real thing? Is it? I don't know. Has anyone had potato milk? That sounds like it could be promising. Breath work, like meditation and yoga stuff. Yeah, I don't do that too much anymore. I mean, just basic things. Just try to relax, lower your heart rate, and breathe through your nose, long, deep breaths. But no, I haven't done too much as far as that goes. Let's see, GL, do I like to drink tea? Dr. Greger says it's healthy. I don't drink tea that much, to be honest with you. The only time I have tea really is on occasion when I go to like an Asian restaurant, be it Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Indian, something like that. But and we don't go all that often. But yeah, I'm not a big tea guy. I don't have anything against it. I'm just not a big tea guy. Is that true, Mark? I know there is a genetic component to heart disease, but I do know that there's tons of evidence showing that lifestyle factors such as diets high in saturated fat also increase risk for heart disease, while at the same time, diets that are lower in saturated fat, particularly plant-based diets that are low in saturated fat, reduce people's risk for heart disease. So yes, there are two components. There are genetic factors, which you can't really get around, and there's also the lifestyle factors, which you can control, and they work together. And again, I'm not a medical doctor, but seems to be the current understanding based on the best science that we have. Okay, yeah, totally. Yeah, you should. I mean, yeah. It's good to enter into a new relationship with a little suspicion if you've been burned in the past, and let that person earn your trust, and then you'll all be good, right? Yeah, GL, some green tea right now sounds fine. Yeah, good point, Peter. Yeah, you don't see. I don't know. I don't think monkeys get heart disease, huh? Yeah, unless they're maybe eating a lot of the human food or something, huh? Proud AM. Hey, are you a medical doctor? Can you tell us the reference for that? You're saying if you eat a good amount of saturated fat and take biotin, you won't have issues with saturated fat. I don't even know. I'm not a medical doctor. Point is, why are you saying that? Are you encouraging people to eat meat, or you want people to be vegans and have a lot of coconut oil? Just kind of curious. What's your aim here? What is your intention by stating that? Oh, there's Race showing his skepticism to the whole COVID thing. Okay, Grace, thanks for sharing that. I've got my vaccine. I'm doing fine. Same with my 83-year-old mother, doing fine. Um, does bananas ever get old to me? Yeah, I don't eat them like for fun, really. I just have them, with my in the morning with my in my smoothie that I make. Which when I have it, I love it. I have no complaints because I usually have it after working out, playing basketball or running or whatever. I'm working out in the gym here in the garage, so I'm ready. I want the big banana smoothie with my little bit of Clean Machine protein mixed in. I've never that never gets old. But yeah, as far as if I were to have it after that or like have some at night. No, I don't want any banana. I just have them pretty much strictly for breakfast. No, I'm saying you. Okay, you and the CDC. Well, let's see. Actually, let me see what kind of elevator risk of what, because let's see what that actually translates into. But that's what's stopping you, Race. That one thing there. That's what's stopping you. If that weren't the case, you would get it. As I'm saying, I don't think that's what's stopping you. I know you've been skeptical of the whole thing from start to finish. I still love you too, Race. It's all good. Let's see. What do I think about CBD oil? I don't know. I'm not sure. I've done a few CBD things in the past. I can't say that I notice anything great or bad or anything. I don't know. It's kind of the jury's still out on CBD. Favorite plant-based protein? I don't know. I mean, there's protein in all plants, right? So I mean, all plants have protein. So it's just like, what's my favorite plant? If you're saying it like for a supplement, yeah, I have the Clean Machine green protein that I like. Just all legumes high in protein. I love them as well. I know, Race. There's a lot stopping you there, and I wish you the best, and I hope you're gonna be fine. With not getting vaccinated. Really, I really sincerely mean that. Let's see. So Prodiam, the guy was trying to tell us that we should have more saturated fat. It's synthesized. It's saturated fat and nourishes your skin. Okay. Are you here trying to spam us about a product? I'm saying, what is your intention? Why are you sharing this information? I have a right to wonder, right? Why are you telling us? Is your goal for us to eat more meat? Is that what your thing is? Or are you trying to encourage vegans to go crazy with the coconut oil? Please share. Which is it? Because I'm not sure if there's a third option. It seems like you're trying to encourage one or both of those. So please let me know. Um, Yeah, it sounds like a biotin salesman, huh? Or a biotin bot. So please, I want our biotin friend here to prove to us he's not a bot and just answer the question. I want to know why. What is your aim? Or are you just trying to get people to buy biotin or something like that? Why do you want people to consume more saturated fat? So they can buy the product? Is that why? Because that seems kind of disingenuous. I'm totally fine with the risk race. I have no problem with the risk. I've had many vaccines in my life. I'm cool. I'm doing fine with the Bill Gates 5G shot here, the jab. I'm totally down with it. I'll get a third jab if I have to. Okay, it's one of the B vitamins. I'm just kind of curious why he is trying to push this. Okay. Saturated fat being bad. I didn't say it was bad per se. I just saturated fat raises LDL cholesterol, and high elevated LDL cholesterol levels correlate pretty strongly with increased risk for heart disease. So I'm just saying, you want people to eat all the saturated fat that they desire, but take biotin. I'll ask. I'm going to go visit a cardiologist. I've just been slow to do it. My mom just had some surgery, and just kind of keep my schedule open as much as I can there. But yeah, I plan to go to a cardiologist sometime soon, hopefully in the next month, and I will ask her if I can eat all the saturated fat I want if I take biotin. I want to get a professional's opinion, a cardiologist's opinion on this. So we'll see what my vegan professional cardiologist says. You're right, Travis. Clean Machine should put me on their website. I'm the guy that's always taking it every day for the most part, and and sharing with people. This is what I do. They don't pay me. They say, I get an affiliate commission link. They don't pay me outright. But yeah, I would just don't tell them this. I would just keep mentioning their stuff. They just sent me a free tub every month or so. That's all I really care about. Just keeping a nice flow of that happening, because I love putting it in my smoothies. Maca powder. I've tried different powders when we're trying superfoods. I don't have anything positive to say about any of them. I don't have anything negative to say really, that they're quite expensive, and I didn't really notice them doing anything. I don't know what they're supposed to do, but yeah, if you love it, go for it. But that's my whole take on these kind of expensive superfood type powders. Let's see, is she vegan though? You're talking about my cardiologist? Yeah, she's a vegan cardiologist, Daniela Bellardo. Check her out. She's pretty big. She's bigger than us on Instagram and Twitter. Pretty popular. Mark, do I ever crave meat? Are you serious? No. Oh, no, meat is disgusting. It's gross. If I'm out jogging and I go past some people having a barbecue, I don't sit there and go, oh man, I'm so hungry. It's ooh, this is gross. I've analogized it to poop. It's like poop. When I see poop, I don't go, ooh, how delicious or something like that. I go, that's gross. If I see dog poop. Same thing if I see meat or I smell meat. It's ooh, it's disgusting. It's not even enticing, and it's the opposite. It's repulsive. So no, Oh man, Dan, sorry to hear that. How is your girlfriend doing? Is she she getting severe symptoms, or hopefully not? Let us know. Yeah, it's like looking at roadkill. It's not something to look at. Tasty roadkill. Even a meat eater typically doesn't feel great. And Ryan does not eat poop. That's just not true. Thanks, Akane. Thank you. JS, no, there's nothing like that going on here. Nothing like that. No, people would freak out, I mean, I've heard of some bars in LA that are requiring that, and I could understand that private businesses, if they want to have some kind of rules, to protect themselves and their customers, that's, they can do that. But yeah, as far as any kind of mass thing like that, no. Am I proud to be vegan? Hell yeah. But I mean, it's a healthy pride. It's not hey, I'm vegan, I'm awesome, and you suck because you're not vegan. It's not that kind of pride. It's I'm proud because I'm proud. I think it's an awesome thing to be vegan, not harming animals. creating a better world through trying to reduce the harmful effects of climate change, greenhouse gas emissions, trying to make a better planet to pass on to our future rather than destroying it as we're in the process of right now. Yeah, I'm totally proud to be vegan, 100%. Mark, now if you once you become vegan and done it a while, your microbiome, your gut flora changes. Right now, it's you have microbiome pre-made to process meat, but it changes rather quickly, like in weeks rather than months or years or something like that. You start eating a ton of plants, you'll have different microbiome in you, and you'll hopefully they won't, you kind of crave what they crave. So right now they're craving meat because you have the meat ones in there. This is true. I'm not making this crap up. There's tons of research out on microbiome that's come out in the past decade or two. But yeah, it changes relatively quickly. So if you have your microbiome adapted to eating tons of plants, that's what it'll crave. So you will crave tons of plants. And if you're vegan because you find it morally wrong to harm animals, on top of that, you'll have that conviction as well. So your gut will be telling you to eat plants, your mind is telling you to eat plants. So trust me, long-term, even short-term vegans don't crave meat, especially the longer you are. But maybe in the short term, but that's what Impossible Burgers are for. That's what Beyond Burgers are for. That's what fake meats are for, to get you through that if you need that transition food. And I ate a lot of those fake meats in my early days. They didn't have all the great ones that they're out now. So trust me, you will be fine. I don't know any vegan that craves meat. Seriously, I know hundreds, thousands of vegans. I don't know a single vegan that craves meat. That's just like pretty much like unheard of. Um, yeah, what happens in nature? Like, is someone like watching this from like the jungles on some kind of non-digital I mean, if you're watching this right now, you're not in nature, right? You're connected to the internet, you have a digital device, and who cares? We can do better than some people living out of nature. They have to just live on what's limited in their environment. We have the wealth of, like, international food transportation if you need that. You can eat local fresh farmers markets foods if you want to do that. So why limit yourself to just like 1 mile radius of you? Who says the healthiest, best foods are there for you? Well, I want to be better than a caveman, as I'm saying. I want to be a superman, not a caveman. Caveman lived on an average, their lifespans, they're lucky to live to be 30. I don't want to base my diet and lifestyle on guys who are gone by the time they're my age. So yeah, that's an appeal to nature fallacy. I'm not sure who put that out there, but the appeal to nature fallacy goes something like this. What happens in nature is right. It's the way things should be. What happens in nature is how we ought to do things. And that's just fallacious. It doesn't mean anything. Just because something happens in nature doesn't make it good or bad, doesn't make it how that we should do it like that or we shouldn't do it like that. Just what happens in nature. It's just what happens in nature. That's all you can say about it. It doesn't make it, there's no therefore, that follows. It happens in nature and therefore it is good or bad. And a lot of people say, oh well, and my ancient ancestors are not vegans. Well, your ancient ancestors may have done some crappy things too. They may have thrown like virgins into volcanoes or sacrificed humans, like virgins or the captives of war and combat on temples. I mean, or just simple things like pooped in holes in the ground. Are you pooping in holes in the ground? So I'm saying it's kind of weird how when it comes to veganism, all of a sudden, it's all about what happened in nature and ancient peoples, but you're not emulating the other things that ancient peoples did. It's a ridiculous argument. It's inconsistent. And honey, no, don't have any honey. It involves exploiting animals or insects in this case. So yeah, why even bother? You just have some agave, have some maple syrup. What is Race Lover's joke there? I'm vegan, so I call my lovers agave instead of honey. See, there you go. Do I feel contempt for mankind? 99, well, no, about 99.9%. Where it's higher than that, especially in Western countries like the United States, Great Britain, 3, 4, maybe even 5%. But no, if I had contempt for everyone who's not vegan, I would have contempt for, like, say, my family, my mother and stuff like that. Like, no, I would have contempt for myself before I was vegan. And I know before I was vegan, I wasn't like a bad asshole or something like that. I was just someone who was not fully informed about all the horrific practices that are involved in animal agriculture and the terrible environmental devastation caused by animal agriculture. Once you learn about that stuff, if you have, any compassion in your heart and any hope for the survival of our species, for me, it was like a no-brainer. I have to go vegan. There's no other thing I can do that have more impact as far as those things I just mentioned there as going vegan has. What are substantial vegan foods found in nature? Plants. You know how many plants are edible by humans? Tens, maybe even over 100,000 plants are edible. Yeah, you're not going to go into nature and find a Beyond Burger. That's a trademarked, copyrighted, technological product. Every plant in nature, that's vegan food. You eat vegan food right now. Is this our person right here, Scoo, whatever? I don't know how to say it. Unless you're eating all meat, you're already eating vegan food. Unless you don't eat any plants whatsoever. Let's see. So where is this response? So yeah, vegan food is found in nature. It is called plants. I don't know how to make that point any more simple there. You do eat plants. Well, good for you. I'm just saying I would have starved when backpacking if I hadn't brought my own foods from the grocery store. Where does it say if that you can't bring foods from the grocery store when you're backpacking? I go camping almost yearly and I bring foods from the store. I wouldn't dream to scavenge on Catalina Island. There's nothing there. It's a desert island basically. Why can't you just bring foods from the store that are plants? That's what we do. If we can do it, you can do it. I mean, am I detecting a new argument? I'm just saying, I'm hearing this. You haven't said it, but it's like, it just goes something like, I can't be vegan because when I go backpacking, I can't pack enough plants or something like that. I mean, that's what I'm hearing. Is that the argument that's trying to emerge from this discussion here? Because that's not a reason to go vegan. I mean, to not go vegan. You can find guys that they're like endurance athletes that do ultra marathons that hike the Appalachian Trail as vegans. Man, giving up honey's not that hard. I could see if like honey had all these essential nutrients that humans needed, without which we would become ill, die, or whatever like that. No, there's nothing like that. You can live fine without honey, and there's plenty of plant-based sweeteners that, like agave. Like, why do you need to have honey? I mean, I'm saying if there's no substitute product out there, maybe you'd have a point perhaps, but there's plenty of plant-based sweeteners. So yeah, the honey thing, it's just being consistent with your morals. If you find it wrong to harm or exploit animals, similarly, you wouldn't want to exploit insects as well to produce a product that humans profit off of to sell. Just have a plant-based sweetener. Yeah, it's literally some kind of vomit too, huh? Let's see. So, Suckfu, what's that? Your question was philosophical. Whether nature is inherently flawed and we need grocery stores and all that stuff. I mean, I don't we need, that's just the world we live in, bro. We live in a world where you can buy food. I mean, really, do you think it's practical for like the majority of the 8 billion humans on this planet to just go out and scavenge, especially since most of us live in cities? Like, how would it, like here in Southern California, Long Beach, can you imagine 20 million people heading out into the streets, the urban and suburban streets, and scavenging? It just won't work out. We live in a world where there's markets, there's stores where you can buy food at. This is just reality. You can buy food in this on this planet. So maybe you can think of this fantasy world or something like that where people are scavenging, but it's not, you can't scale that is what I'm talking about. There's no way to scale that to, for even like half of humanity or a quarter of humanity. Fireworks suck. Don't do fireworks. They scare animals. They pollute the environment, and they harm people with PTSD or just simple people like me trying to enjoy life. Our cats hear them and they scratch us because they're sitting on our laps, and I'm bleeding because some jerk's blowing up an M80 outside. Well, maybe if you live in a Garden of Eden and it's around you, that it's reality for that person. But how many people really honestly live in an area where they can sustain 3 meals a day or however many meals you eat a day solely by finding food through foraging and stuff like that without going to stores? How many people can really do that, especially in, developed countries? Maybe if you live out in the jungles somewhere, like even like place like Thailand where there's like more fruit trees and stuff like that. But how many people